equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Celebrate freedom from those old single-pane windows and that shabby front door with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. Why? Energy efficiency. It's good to know that Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round, especially during these dog days of summer. Here's what Vincent had to say. Renewal by Andersen did an excellent job, excellent customer service, excellent attention to detail, excellent follow-up. I highly recommend Renewal by Andersen for all your door and window needs. And right now is a great time to get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Cypress Hill and atmosphere.
Every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate.
The Dank.
Summer Tour on sale now at theamp.com.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Orlando.
The All-American Summer Savings Event is happening now at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. Save up to $11,000 on select new 2023 Harley-Davidsons. Get limited-time summer savings while supplies last. Inventory available at 5 great locations, so if we don't have it, we can get it. Pre-qualify for financing and value your current trade at SpaceCoastHarley.com now. The All-American Summer Savings Event happening now at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. Offer valid on select in-stock 2023 models, like 2023 Street Glide, stock number 609-165.
Planning a trip to Orlando? Don't forget to visit Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. With its legendary beach vibes, sunny shores, and entertainment options, Cocoa Beach is a must-see on your to-do list. Ride the waves, stroll the iconic pier, watch a beautiful sunset, or just kick back with your toes in the sand. Add a little salt water to your Sunshine State adventure at Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. Learn more at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Selling your home can feel like hosting a never-ending open house for judgy strangers. What if you could skip the stress of the showings? At the Nickley Group, we make cash offers that are fast, fair, and drama-free. No repairs, no cleaning, no pretending your garage is multifunctional. Just real solutions from real pros who also happen to be really fun to work with. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Cash offers, zero nonsense, 100% solutions. For a guaranteed cash offer on your home, go to thenickley.com.
This is Monster Jam. Get ready for big-time fun for the whole family. Featuring Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Save up to $10 on tickets with a savings coupon from participating Ford dealerships. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Kia Center August 2nd and 3rd. Tickets on sale now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website.
check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. Lots to get to today, from the Bryan Kohberger sentencing to late-night hosts cope and rally around Stephen Colbert. And this time, Netflix has gone too far. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Yo, yo.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go record yours right now at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good. Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, watching for today that the sentencing is coming down in this Bryan Kohberger trial, which I'm sure we're gonna have to remind some people on, just because I think some people probably forgot a little bit about this case because it's been so long.
It's been a minute. I did just watch the docu-series on Hulu that...
What'd you think?
I thought it was really intense. I got to be honest, because it was the interviews with the family members, the other, like the one person who lived, and how
the survivor
all went down.
Isn't the survivor thing so crazy? Like, this guy killed all these people in this house, Bryan Kohberger did. And we're going to hear, maybe he speaks today. I don't know. You might hear if he says why he did all of this, because I don't really know just yet. Those words could come out on the show today, along with his sentencing.
Also, families are going to be talking.
And I'm sure they have some words for Bryan Kohberger. I'm sure they absolutely do. But to be the one girl who's like, she wakes up, she hears partying going on, she hears some screaming, something about there's a guy in the house, and after he kills everybody, he just walks right past her and spares her, and then she shuts the door to her room, and she's like,
what do I do?
Was that? And she was confused. I think she went back to sleep for a while because she was so, like, her world was rocked.
I mean, she slept and or just, like, was in her room for hours, considering the mass murder outside of her door. And then it was until the next morning that she called 911.
Yeah, so we'll get like a full overview of what's going on there. And we'll tune in to see what's happening. C-Lane's got us outside the courtroom and all sorts of stuff today. So let's start out as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Fox Business, baby. Yeah.
All right. Not our usual destination.
Cha-ching.
We go to Fox Business, and I don't usually know what's going on over there, but they had John Kennedy. That's right. He's alive and well. No, different John Kennedy, the Republican from Louisiana. And John Kennedy was on during an interview, and it seemed a little glitchy. He seemed to glitch up, like Glitch McConnell to me. But I want you to be the judge. Is this a technical error, or did his brain have an error? Which one? Like, is this a blue screen of death? This is not going to help you with your song, Sabrina. Blue screen of death in his brain, or blue screen of death on the broadcast?
Blue screen of death in his brain, or was it a blue screen on the broadcast?
We'll find out together. Here we go.
I'm sure Jesus loves them, but everybody else thinks. Everybody else.
Everybody. Hello?
So I guess we had some more technical problems. That was the same.
I mean, I know where he was going, right? Like, he's like, I guess Jesus loves him.
Everybody else.
And then he just froze in time.
There was a big echo. Do you think he was getting that, like, weird speech jammer thing?
That's the question. Was it like, because he mentions that, there's the same microphone that cut off earlier or something. I can't hear anything. It doesn't sound weird at all, but he just stops in his tracks. And he's like, he's licking his lips a little bit.
I'm sure Jesus loves them, but everybody else thinks. Everybody else.
everybody else.
So I guess we had some more technical problems. That was the same night because we lost with Senator Rand Paul. Awful sorry to hear that because
sorry to hear that.
My favorite is that everybody else. It's
just sing to the background.
Echo
is that the moment where there was some sort of like technical thing? I'm going to go back one more time. Is that what it was? It's like everybody. That was the audio loop.
Everybody else.
Frozen in time. You know what? Does it say something about our elected officials, whether they be Team Red or Team Blue, that we don't know if they're having mental meltdowns or technical meltdowns? Does that say something about the age of these folks?
Certainly worth noting, but he has an earpiece in. I don't know if he's hearing himself, but at that point, you don't just stop. Pull the earpiece out and you finish your sentence.
He doesn't necessarily know that sort of contingency plan.
Let's test her professionalism. See, like, can't you talk in her headphones as she's trying to execute a sentence?
Without a doubt.
I could, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Read a sentence from something you have in front of you.
I can tell you the boob tube right now, the 4th season premiere of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire at 8 p.m. on ABC, the 4th season premiere of Family Law. I can't believe both of those. See, I am a professional.
She got it better than old Kennedy did. All right, okay. Well, they are going live. Some people are saying they're live in court. We've got outside court still, and looks like people had gathered. There was a lot of folks there early for Bryan Kohberger's sentencing.
Or just weird stairs.
It's just like the stairs to the courthouse there. It's the Ada County Courthouse, I guess.
No, this is the county courthouse for people with disabilities.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? No,
the Americans with Disabilities Act County Courthouse.
Shut up! I don't know if you're telling the truth or not anymore. It's the Ada County Courthouse, is what it is. Oh, this is inside the courtroom.
A lot of D's.
All right, well, they got a multi-shot inside the courtroom, so you can see Kohberger in his orange jumpsuit. Is that live?
Yeah, I think so.
One count of felony burglary. In exchange, the parties stipulated to recommend a sentence consisting of, on burglary, 10 years fixed.
Also, is that Santa Claus?
On each of the 4 counts, first-degree murder, life fixed. The parties waived pre-sentence investigation.
But this is already the sentencing. Huh?
To my understanding, neither party submitted a sentencing memorandum.
Oh, no.
Materials for the court.
No, hold on. Mute that for a second. This is actually them going over what the proposed sentencing is. This is like what both sides wanted for the sentencing. And then this is not going to happen like people think in a snap. Right. You're going to have long testimony from lots of family members and all of that stuff.
And they got to read every single word on every single page.
Yeah, but that's the judge getting to it here. Let's peek back in just for a second with that in mind. I'm sorry, Seelan. I'm making him hit too many buttons at once.
No,
does the state, before impact statements and arguments, wish to present evidence today?
Your Honor, the state does not intend to present evidence in a documentary sense. We have provided.
That's District Attorney David Letterman.
We would like.
He does look kind of like
a sentencing argument.
Sure. All right.
Thank you.
No testimony other than impact statements?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so with that, let's start with then impact statements.
All right, so they're going to get into impact statements, which we'll tune in and out of during the show today. We'll see what's going on there. But to bring you guys back, here's the timeline. Here's what happened with these Idaho murders with this guy, just in case you're not familiar, didn't watch the docu-series like Sabrina was talking about. There's been a bunch of them, actually. This is just a reminder of what went down.
Here are the gruesome details on that November night, November 12th into November 13th, 2022. 1:45 in the morning. All right, Etha and Xana returned to their home off campus there, University of Idaho. Right before 2 a.m., so about 11 minutes later, Kaylee and Maddie joined the roommates inside that same house, all right? Around 3:30 a.m., the alleged suspect in this case, soon to be the convicted suspect, Kohberger, his car is spotted near the house.
All right.
About 30 minutes later, 4 a.m. now, Xana receives a DoorDash order.
How crazy that there was a DoorDasher that went to that house and dropped off a bag of food at 4 a.m. And at 4 a.m., 4 people were murdered inside that house. Like, there was a DoorDasher who's like...
There's so many, very weird, falls under wrong place, wrong time, for lack of a better phrase. Like, the guy that was there, I think it was like the boyfriend of one of them.
Yeah.
Or maybe just a friend, but he was just hanging out.
Yeah. He's one of the ones who fought back.
I think that he was supposed to be the intended victim. Like, I think he just wanted to kill all the girls.
No, and by the way, when I say he's one of the ones that fought back, it's because he was able to. Some of the people were sleeping that he attacked, and I think they might have mentioned that.
A food delivery that she had ordered for the house. Between 4 a.m. and 4:20 a.m., that's when prosecutors believe the murders of all 4 roommates occurred. Right at 4:20 a.m., the suspect's car is seen leaving, based on an eyewitness account, leaving the scene of the crime, leaving that home. Between 4:20 and 4:30 a.m., the surviving roommates, remember there's at least 2 still in this house, they're exchanging these frantic text messages because they weren't sure what they heard. Around 9:12 in the morning, Kohberger's phone pings near the house. Now, investigators believe at the time of the murder, there was a period of several hours where he turned that phone off so he would not be detected. But again, the following morning, after 9 a.m., the phone is turned back on near the home there.
Does that mean he
right before
came
noon.
back, or he was there the whole time, and that's when he turned the phone back on?
I don't know if they know, just because of the way the phones work. But he was near the house, much like you see in the movies and stuff.
So this is many hours later when the surviving roommates called 911.
So they called 911 at almost noon the next day, and that was about 3 years ago. Since then, we've had a crazy psychopath on a couple of times who was in love with Bryan Kohberger, and we've weaved in and out of this story. But we'll see what the final story is here on all of this. There were people lined up. There were so many people. There were people lined up at like midnight. This says there were people already camping out in chairs at the courthouse for the sentencing around midnight. However, deputies showed up and made them disperse. No overnight camping in front of the courthouse. They were told they could return at 4 a.m. It's going to be a packed house in the morning. So there were people gathering there that early in the morning and showing up for this whole thing. And wanting to either get into the courtroom or just be with like the sort of the circus outside of things. Even Trump is weighing in. The Trumpster is weighing in on this, who says Bryan Kohberger, who was responsible in Idaho for the deaths of 4 wonderful young souls, has made a plea bargain deal in order to avoid the death penalty. These were vicious murders with so many questions left unanswered. While life imprisonment is tough, it's certainly better than receiving the death penalty. But before sentencing...
people would argue yes or no on that. So some people think it's just easier to get the death penalty.
Yeah, rather than especially if you're younger. He's young.
Yeah.
Like which one is better? Before sentencing, he says, I hope the judge makes Kohberger, at a minimum, explain why he did these horrible murders. There are no explanations. There is nothing. People were shocked that he was able to plea bargain, but the judge should make him explain what happened. Thank you for your attention to this matter, says President Donald Trump, which is it's kind of strange to begin with that he's opining about this on the day of sentencing and like addressing the judge and whatnot, which is something else. So we're going to be watching this throughout the show today. We'll hit a million stories as we hit on everything that goes viral here every day. But we'll be watching overall what's happening with the sentencing and peeking into the courtroom for Bryan Kohberger. Kohberger updates on his sentencing. Real quick, one email to start us off, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails the show. Yesterday, I shared the show, and I liked it because I love the show.
I shared the show, and I liked it.
Katy Perry's on a string of bad luck, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, faulty strings.
She almost fell out of the sky.
On a butterfly.
She made it to fake space, but almost died 10 feet over the audience at one of her shows. Tough times for her.
What a wonderful wow.
This person says of the Jacksonville arrest, the viral arrest we've been talking about this week. Anyway, I don't care what William McNeil did in the past or if there was a knife on the floorboard. And that whole knife on the floorboard thing I could probably do 30 minutes on that. The police forget they have guns. I, as a woman, feel scared about being pulled over for speeding, she says, because of police brutality. And I've never been arrested or committed a crime, but it scares me to think they don't just protect and serve. They beat people and get away with it, says Anonymous. A lot of people put off by that Jacksonville police arrest story that went viral. All right, so many things to discuss. Ozzy Osbourne's final post. We'll get into that and some other things happening around the death of Ozzy Osbourne that have been very surprising to read this morning. Much more about Kohberger and all the rest along the way, including you and your feedback. All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Good morning. Little cameraman, you with me? Do not let me down today. Do not let me down today.
This report is sponsored by Truist.
All right, chat. It may not be a Share This Show Tuesday, but I want to weaponize you if you don't mind for just a moment, okay? I apologize for doing it, but I want to weaponize you. Here's what I'd like you to do, if you don't mind. I'm starting to do stories and posts to promote the live stream as we're doing it each day. If you would please like to assist and help out today with the show, here's what I'd like you to do. Go to Twitter/X.com, whichever one you want, it's the same thing. Go to Twitter.com/TheNewsJunkie, X.com/TheNewsJunkie, X.com/TheNewsJunkie. When you see the post about the live stream right now, hit retweet on that video, okay? That would be very valuable to the show and the stream today. Let's see if we can boost those numbers. We'll be carrying the Kohberger stuff, so we'll have something there. But we need you to help boost the numbers, okay? So go to X.com/TheNewsJunkie, X.com/TheNewsJunkie, and just hit retweet on that live stream post today, okay? Sorry I don't have X, but I will go like the stream on YouTube. Just as good. Those of you who are on the platform, okay? X.com/TheNewsJunkie. Hit retweet on the live stream tweet, okay?
Analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes.
5 minutes and we're coming back live on the show.
Get this. Slow your aging, keep you looking young.
Do you think Ozzy actually had the ability to make a post? I doubt he could even type, or even if voice to text could understand what he was saying. No, I don't think he was posting any of that stuff. No, I don't think. I think he posts on his platforms as much as like the Pope posts on his platform. Abraham says, I don't think Sean is controversial enough to gain traction on Twitter. I have it in me. I have it in me. But here's the problem. If I did the tweets that have propensity to go viral, the X posts that have propensity to go viral, if I utilize that tactic, people in the industry would take all of those posts and go to all of my advertisers and say, look, here's the content your advertising is around. It's a nightmare. I prefer to keep my thoughts, opinions, and takes on the show, on the main show, and on side stuff that I've done, videos, etc., etc. Not some tweets. 3 minutes and we're coming back. You guys are saying, I'm wondering if he was even singing at his last concert or if it was lip syncing. I think Ozzy was 100% singing at that last concert. In fact, the audio that we played made it very clear Ozzy was singing. And then he's like, thank you. The thank you clip, which is the last words we'll ever hear from Ozzy that we have on the show. But we'll get into the final moments and hours of Ozzy Osbourne because there's some pretty interesting stuff to unpack there. We're watching, as you can see on the grid, this is in the courtroom with Bryan Kohberger. As soon as there's anything interesting, we're going to be picking up on that. Centaur says on Twitch, you could hear the age in his voice. Yes, you could. And Ozzy's, yeah, you could hear. It's not even just the age. You could hear that he wasn't doing well, I think.
Especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique
Fizzy Boy says, Ozzy died, holy crap. Yes, indeed. Wait till you hear about Elton John. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We are back live in 2 minutes. Anybody heard from Yuck? All Day Yuckers is serving a 60-day sentence, I believe, is what they said. I think it was 60 days he got sentenced to, and he can no longer be near elementary or middle schools. High schools are still fine, though. Okay, 90 seconds and we're coming back. Good morning, Eddie. Good morning, Kev. Good morning, Ryan. Morning, Marla and Laurel. Weed Consumer. Steph. E-Fresh Rocks. Obi-Wan Cannoli. Hey. Again, if you have time, this is the last time I'll ask today, go over to my Twitter/X account, x.com/thenewsjunkie. Retweet the live stream promotion for today to give it some push. Right now we're coming back live. Let's talk about Ozzy Osbourne's final album. And here we go. Boom, 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 boom.
For $6 and under, savor a summer of savings.
Hoagie Fest, here I come.
Gotta have a Wawa.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free. High tide, low tide, no tide. Yacht Rock Radio works anywhere. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Yacht Rock, and make it a preset now.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to the news.
Share things that are visual with you over on See It Now if you're podcasting or listening later or whatever. But you can watch on YouTube each day. Go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie to peek into the studio. Now, who's testifying here in the Kohberger trial? Is it the surviving?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
really?
Survivor speaks ahead of the sentencing.
Oh, wow.
Dylan,
Let's,
or is that maybe the...
I don't know. Let's listen in. Let's see what we got going on. If this is one of the survivors that's speaking here.
All I can do is scream.
Oh, God.
Because the emotional pain and the grief is too much to handle. My chest feels like it's caving in. Sometimes I drop to the floor with my heart racing, convinced something is very wrong. It's far beyond anxiety. It's my body reliving everything over and over again. My nervous system never got the message that it is over, and it won't let me forget what he did to them. People call me strong. They say I'm a survivor, but they don't see what my new reality looks like. They don't see the panic attacks, the hypervigilance, the exhaustion, the way I scan every room I enter, the way I flinch at sudden sounds. They don't know how heavy it is to carry so much pain and still be expected to keep going, and that's because of him. He stole parts of me I may never get back.
Jesus, man.
He took the version of me who didn't constantly ask, what if it happens again? What if next time I don't survive?
She's sitting about maybe 15 feet from Bryan Kohberger in the courtroom.
Full body chills right now.
There was a
He may
couple
have shattered
people
parts of me,
in the chat
but I'm
on the
still
live
putting myself
feed
back
of the
together.
YouTube that's going on here
piece by piece.
that was saying
Learn
that,
how to live
and I didn't see this, but I just saw it in the chat room that it looked like he smirked a little bit at one
Really?
point.
But I'm still trying.
Which, if true,
Still trying,
gosh,
not-
just
Scummy.
very, very terrible behavior.
Mm-hmm.
About a year ago, I had a dream about them. I got to say goodbye. I told them I won't be able to see you again, so I need to tell you goodbye. They all kept asking why, and all I could say was, I can't tell you, but I have to. When I woke up, I felt shattered and heartbroken, but also strangely grateful. Like maybe in some way that dream gave us the goodbye we never got.
You look so smug, man.
Still, no dream can replace them, and no goodbye will ever feel finished. He is a hollow vessel.
You think Psycho
something
Girl's
less
watching
than
this?
Human.
Yes.
A body without
Touching
empathy,
herself.
Oh my
without
gosh.
remorse. He chose destruction.
You said the thing in my head.
He chose evil. He feels nothing. He tried to take everything from me. My friends,
And he's staring
my
right at her,
safety,
man.
my
So
identity,
weird.
my future. He took their lives, but I will continue trying to be like them, to make them proud.
Wow. All right, we're going to tune in and out of some of these statements throughout the day. That was intense right there. This is one of the survivors of this whole thing with Bryan Kohberger, the
Is there
the
multiple
attack.
survivors or just her?
I don't know. I think it might have just been her. But they did say two people were texting in the morning back and forth. So there may have been two of them that survived. I'm not absolutely sure. We'll have to check into
But
that.
there's also going to be family victim statements.
Yeah, they're going to go through all this. And the crazy thing is somebody said over on YouTube and chat, PTSD is real. In cases like this, there is zero doubt in my mind that this person is going to be struggling with this forever and a day. They will be dealing with this for the rest of their lives. In a day and age when, there's a endless stream of TikTokers who will tell you that they have PTSD from the grocery store running out of bananas, there are actual people, which is why I get irritated when people overuse terms like that and break
I don't know,
definitions.
Sean, I don't know. Sometimes, Publix, where they have the free fruit for children, they run out of apples. And that is the thing that keeps Jackson the most quiet. And so then if there's no apples, he loses his dang mind.
Tough day. I mean, it's very similar to what this woman is.
Post-traumatic child freak-out disorder. It's maybe not an SD.
Lady. Feral Kitten says PTSD is awful and never goes away. Well, in her case, I think no matter what you want to call it, she's 100% going to deal with that forever.
And the
That's
strength
absolutely brutal.
For her to go and say all this right now.
And I don't know if I'm projecting this onto the person I'm looking, but he seems like smug in the courtroom.
Yeah.
He's just kind of looking
And
over.
Sabrina commented that he was staring right at her, and I go, in my head, I don't know what is worse. Like, is it worse for him to look at her as she talks and delivers this message, or would it be worse for him to just look at the ceiling, look down, look away?
It's just, once again, we're here at this plea deal where he did admit guilt, but that is to avoid the death sentence. And you find another person. We were speaking of Matty Soto's case here in Central Florida.
Yep.
And it's like there is no remorse, no accountability. That's the vibe I'm getting from this guy. And I'm like, okay, so is it worth it? This was so that we don't have to be in court anymore because the guy does not care.
There's a decent amount of people, President Trump included, who are reacting to this and going, stop making these deals. Why are we giving these worst of the worst? These these people who are the worst, the most villainous people in our society. Why are we giving them deals at all? Keep them behind bars for 1 million years, and that's not what they're trying to avoid, which is the death penalty. So it's bringing up some things certainly out there. I wouldn't be surprised if you did a poll in the next 30 days or so, and you saw a bit of an uptick in support for the death penalty because people are like, wait, hold on.
It's weird because I think part of the deal is he doesn't have to say anything, right? So, and then President Trump is
You mean Kohberger?
Yeah, Kohberger.
No,
I think
he
as part of his plea deal, he does not have to make any statement. And President Trump is saying that the judge should make him explain why he did the murders, which would break the deal, which is wild coming from the author of Art of the Deal.
That is the way you do it.
Full circle.
That turns out you make a deal and break it. Break it immediately. That's the art of a perfect one. All right, so we're watching this, and we'll see what's going on. Some of the stuff very somber like that, but definitely intriguing and shocking stuff. The guy will never see the light of day, but is that good enough? Is that good enough of a punishment? That's what I asked you with your dispatches and emails today. Record your dispatches, video or audio, over at thenewsjunkie.com. Emails, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Unfortunately, I hate to stay on the dark train here, or the crazy train, if you will, but Ozzy Osbourne died yesterday. We talked about this as it came across the wires on the show.
I tell you, this one hit me big time. Oh, yeah. I mean, I have been nonstop listening to it, but just seeing a bunch of stuff coming up, and it's a bummer. I think the last time I felt like this kind of, effect by a celebrity death was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
To each their own. Some people only know Ozzy for all the stuff he did in reality television.
Jimmy Buffett hit me pretty hard.
Did he? I don't know if it did. I'm
being 100% honest with you, Sean. I was very sad about Jimmy Buffett's death.
And
you just wanted a margarita. I absolutely don't mean this as demeaning to you or anybody else. But my pet theory on stuff like this is that so many people, when a celebrity dies, will be like, I am crushed. I am upset. This is really shaking me. And then I'll think, I bet, and I'm not saying this to you, I'm saying this to a lot of people who I see take this further on social media, that I bet you were more upset the last time your internet went out at your house. I bet you were actually more upset at the last time, like, there was a power outage or something. But it's a weird thing because you feel stuff, but how disconnected are any of us from Ozzy Osbourne? You know what I mean? Like
sure, but that's a different kind of upset. I mean, I am able to get out of bed, and
not when the Wi-Fi goes out, though.
When the Wi-Fi goes out, I mean, I'll light the place on fire.
Be done. Start
but
over.
That's
it's
a
like
different
a spider
upset.
infestation.
But it is a bummer, and and seeing all of the footage, especially like seeing the concert again, like there is some sadness to it, and there is also some like, I don't know. I think it's maybe cool is a weird word to use, but it's so cool that he got to do that last concert.
No, it's very cool that he got to do it.
He got to have his last words. Like it reminds me of when David Bowie, like he released his last album. That was very esque of, hey, I'm going to die soon, and he dies the next day.
Yeah, it's. I thought of this yesterday as we were closing out the show, and I was like, he got to do that last concert. What if he had just sang Mama, I'm Coming Home, and then
died?
Went home.
Well, I want to address a couple of things, including his last social media post here. But somebody on chat was saying, like, oh, I bet he wasn't even really singing at that concert. I'm convinced he was singing at the concert.
We played the audio.
Yeah, like it's 100% clear to me that Ozzy Osbourne legitimately was performing and singing.
Want to hear it again?
Yeah. I mean, I think what people can't reconcile, you guys, is sometimes you go, well, how is he singing? And then within 3 weeks, he's dead. And maybe you haven't had a lot of people that you know die, but 1,000%. The fall off is big. The fall off is big, and it is fast. I'll tell you, and this is just one example that I could give you of this, but I shared with Sabrina and Celine where my sister called me about 24 hours, less than 24 hours before she died, and my sister was like coherent, and I I had not
There's
heard
a term
her
for this.
Yeah, it's like that last minute rush you get of where like everything starts to come back, and you go, well, it's messed up because it makes you think the person might be kind of okay or something. But you go, wow, this is amazing, and then 24 hours later they're gone. So like sometimes people see Ozzy singing and go, no way could 3 weeks later he be dead. 100%.
He was singing, but he's also sitting in a chair and also addressing the fact that he was not well. Not only did he, say it at the concert. Right before Mama, I'm Coming Home. And he's like, you guys have no idea how much pain I've been in, but I'm glad that I'm here. And this is Mama, I'm Coming Home. And This is the isolated, audio. Sounds like he's singing to me.
He's singing.
Also, in what world do you think that even on death's doorstep, Ozzy Osbourne fakes a vocal performance?
Hell no. I don't think he would. I don't think they could have convinced him to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, they could have buried him a little bit in the audio mixing and stuff, and I'm sure they did a little bit of that, but he was legit to the end. And I think that he was definitely singing to put that to bed.
I went through and looked at setlist.fm because I had some free time before the show today.
Yeah.
And went through and just looked at a bunch of people. I mean, it's late July. Everybody's on tour right now. All the summer tours are going on. And I went and looked for who did Ozzy tributes at their shows last night.
Mm-hmm.
We got Def Leppard, Collective Soul, Bare Naked Ladies, Dave Matthews, Coldplay, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Fastball.
Wow.
Pantera and Primus. All of those people performed at least part of an Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath song. And then additionally, Lady Gaga, Mumford & Sons, and Fish played it on the PA, either walking on stage or leaving.
Man, that's wild because that's so genre crossing.
Yep.
You know, like, this is a metal band, everybody. Yeah. Like, not a lot of metal bands cross over into all of that stuff.
Fastball?
I know, Fastball, right. Like, usually they're singing, where were they going without even knowing the way? Yeah, they're singing about Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken over there. And then next thing you know, Ozzy Osbourne's dead and drumsticks licking or whatever. I don't know how they worked it into the show, but I'm sure it was a memorable thing. That's kind of cool. And also, the final post from Ozzy Osbourne, somebody said, do you think he was posting that? No, I don't. And I don't think Ozzy was posting the stuff the week before that. I don't think Ozzy Osbourne posts more than maybe the Pope. I think a lot of these people just have somebody posting stuff for them. And his was a throwback of Black Sabbath for the farewell gig, his final Instagram post. No caption, just a great photo of everything. And he was trying to help cure Parkinson's. And the craziest thing, still sticks with me, was when Sabrina mentioned how much money that final concert raised for charity, which was like hundreds of millions of dollars or something.
Oh, yeah.
Just stunning. It's
3
just
different
crazy
charities.
to think of. And hold on. I want to put that in comparison if we can real quick. I know we're a bit late.
9-figure sum, right? I
yeah.
think.
Can you find out what that raised? What's the actual number? And see, like, can you find out how much the Ice Bucket Challenge raised? Remember how long that went on for? Like, everybody in the world had to get involved. I think it may have been comparable, if not more.
$190 million.
Okay, 190 mil. That's insane.
And one concert. And that went to
one concert.
Cure Parkinson's, Birmingham Children's Hospital, and Acord Children's Hospice.
That's amazing. We'll fund some of those places probably to the tune of, years and years and years. And will undoubtedly save lives, So that's kind of incredible as a way to go out. What about the Ice Bucket Challenge, Steele? Did you see it? How much?
$220.
So almost as much as the whole thing. He was right at the finish line.
And that lasted for like a year.
That went on forever, and every celebrity in the world got involved, or just Ozzy.
I thought I heard a higher number than 190 for Ozzy's thing, actually.
It's crazy, man.
It's nuts.
And now all of his memorabilia is hitting the auction block. People are selling stuff. And I never know what to make of that. Like, does that make you a good fan or a bad fan that you're like hawking stuff right after he dies?
Getting rid of it?
Mm-hmm. All right. Like, I think it would be the moment you would like look at your collectible and be like, can't believe I met Ozzy. And but people sell it because it's peak value.
I fully regret not going to any Oz.
And you never saw him live? Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately.
When I was in those years, like when I was in like 18 to 20 something, 17, 16.
Back in 1942.
Not back in 42, but when I was a teenager in my early 20s, Ozzy Osbourne and the Ozfest stuff was just ever present.
Oh, yeah.
It was just always available, so you could go see him. And I saw him, I think, twice. I don't even remember. But there you go. All right, yeah, he was the real deal. And good for Ozzy Osbourne and his family on the way out, saving and raising so much money there for charity. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get to some of your feedback. We'll see what you're thinking. We'll get to all the late night people rallying around Stephen Colbert and what they were saying. We'll get to more of the Jacksonville arrest. We got a lot to touch on, so we're just barely scratching the surface here. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Old takes, bad jokes, and too much honesty. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Wednesday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we're going to be expecting more rounds of heavy rainfall, which is why today is another Fox 35 Weather Impact Day. We'll be expecting a 70 to 80% chance of afternoon showers and storms. A couple of downpours could try to sneak in closer to midday, but best chances of rain will take place into the early mid-afternoon hours. Otherwise, as we head towards the weekend, we'll begin to dry things out. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Wherever the drive takes you, we're here to help keep you on the road to summer fun. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
In America.
Hey! Hey, folks. We're coming back for a break in just a couple of minutes here. Going to test the waters to see how you're doing. Man, that Bryan Kohberger testimony from the surviving roommate, incredible. Takes a level of bravery that most people can never approach to do that, in my opinion. All right, we'll touch on all the late night hosts rallying around, going nuts, coping, seething, freaking out over Stephen Colbert getting the axe. Strangely enough, they said Stephen Colbert's show was losing between $20 to $40 million, and I guess it was getting worse. He had a moment, like maybe within the last 5 years or so, where the show was making about $120 million a year, and that has plummeted down to about 70 or so, and the show just costs too much money. But he was making $20 mil a year. He'll be okay, everybody. He can make jokes about Trump being the orange Cheeto guy anywhere. 20 mil a year. Sourdough says, who's watching these shows? Everybody streams. Yes and no. Younger people, yes. The split is still, between broadcast and streaming, is still fairly even, but it's in one direction. The broadcasting is going down, down, and eventually it'll be zilch. We'll remember that way back when we watched TV that way. And young people, too. But the amount of people tuning in for those late night shows is just not enough. It cannot sustain. And it cannot raise the amount of money. So think about it this way. If you go back to 1995 or so 1999, when you had Jon Stewart, you had all the late night hosts, you had everybody kind of doing their thing at that point in time. They competed with broadcast television, newspapers, local news to a certain extent, and a few other billboards and some other minor things in the media landscape. Now, it's every internet website, every YouTube creator, every influencer on every platform, cable news, satellite radio, broadcast radio. There's a million different outlets you could turn your attention to at any point in time, and therefore their audience has gone way down as a result. 90 seconds and we're coming back live on the show. Doesn't Jim Colbert make $20 million? 19. Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
You can turn off the light.
The fish tank light? Okay. Will do. Be safe out there. Don't get adult napped. All right. Love you. Bye. Okay, we're coming back, folks. We are coming back. Colbert was funnier when he pretended to be a right-wing news blowhard. When he became left-wing news blowhard, he fell straight off. I mean, I didn't like The Colbert Report. I didn't think it wasn't for me. A long form satirical thing, it wasn't for me. I've never really liked his stuff that much, but some people did.
You've got an app for music, an app for photos, maybe even one that helps you sleep. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets. Get the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. For a limited time, Wawa's mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of sandwiches and savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junk.
For late night TV, an institution from your childhood for many of you who are not Zoomers. And now, rip to the whole damn thing, probably, with Stephen Colbert up first on the chopping block. The reaction to Stephen Colbert's firing this week, though, has been crazy, man. I've never seen so many people, just completely lose the plot, in my opinion, and come up with all these conspiracy theories with, absolutely no evidence to tether it to. It's strange.
I'm seeing the conspiracy theories, but I'm also seeing a lot of people just, backing him up in anger, and a lot of celebrities. He is he's getting through this news and the first week of the next year of his last year and late night altogether on CBS with guests just being like, F you, right there on TV to the network that's playing this right now.
Yeah, and you know what? If I was Stephen Colbert, I would really love that because I go, well, maybe you appreciated what I did for you over these years, maybe me promoting your stuff or whatever. I would get that. This is also a guy I am not going to feel sorry for. He's been making $20 million a year while his show loses tens and tens and tens, growing numbers of millions of dollars. And it's an overbloated institution that was clearly in its final days. And the rest of them, I think, are right next to that. Chana emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and said, I was watching The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. She spelled his last name wrong. He's going to be angry about that. Stewart. He explains that Trump's buddy is buying Paramount, and that's why he was canceled. That is also why 60 Minutes paid Trump $16 million. If you're interested in what John said, it was in his show on 7/7, which you must be getting that wrong. It would have been way far before this. But I did go back and watch Jon Stewart talk about this issue after the Stephen Colbert firing news. And I watched it because of this email, because over the years, even though I often disagree with Jon Stewart, he seems tethered to reality. And even though it's his buddy, they worked together for 5 or 6 years or something, I would have thought hey, he's not going to go into conspiracy land and be like, actually, it's because of Trump. And he didn't do that. No, I went back and watched what he said. He might have worked in some things like that. He made it clear that money was a problem, that the institution of late night television is kind of crumbling, that the old model of doing this doesn't really work anymore because the audience isn't there and the money isn't there. And then he said some of this was about people getting their feelings hurt and the corporation's not standing up to power. But come on. I mean, are we this, like I said, are we this untethered to reality? At the same time, okay, if this is all about money or free speech or Trump, I'm just being real here. I'm just being real. If this was all about money or free speech or Trump, why in the world am I holding a story about Paramount reaching a deal with the South Park people for $1.5 billion?
Son of a bitch.
Okay? Why on earth would that be a thing? How do you take this idea in your brain that Trump got Stephen Colbert fired and rationalize that with, and the South Park guys got a $1.5 billion deal finally from Paramount on the streaming side. Do you think that they're big fans of Trump? Do you think that the South Park guys have been like really just lubing up the Trumpster over there? No, of course not. It's not about speech or any of that stuff. It's about money. It's about making money. And South Park makes a lot of money. South Park makes a lot of money, especially compared to the Stephen Colbert show. So, and I think that I believe, you know what, I might be wrong on this. Is that only on Paramount now? South Park? Is it only on Paramount? Or is it?
I don't know where it is anymore these days because I see it on Max and then they have the specials on Paramount.
It has been moving around. Yeah.
And, but they haven't done like a season, right?
No, they're waiting for it. That's why they wanted to make this deal. But I think they're only on Paramount possibly when they come back. They might put them on Comedy Central still. I'm honestly not sure. I'll have to check that out. But the fact is that they're paying South Park $1.5 billion in a streaming deal. They're not scared about people making fun of the president. They're not scared about people making fun of anybody. They're not afraid to stand up for the speech of creators. It's just that some creators have built a bigger audience than others. And some creators have built an audience and a funding structure that works. And some creators aren't Stephen Colbert making $20 million a year while his show is losing 20, 30, 40 or more $1 million.
I feel like there's a lot of creators that are making that much money and losing that much money. But why would they not go the other corporate route that we see more often with cuts, layoffs?
I don't know.
Smaller team. They just completely undo it.
They could have reformatted the show, but maybe they just don't think it's worth it. Maybe they don't think the institution of late night TV is worth it. But who is, it comes to mind
that you say put on? Like, Big Bang Theory?
Who comes to mind that you think is being that overpaid and losing that much money that is not getting fired?
I mean, you're saying that all late nights go in hell, so I imagine that would be all of the late night hosts. And
I think all of those people are going to end up with the same fate as this. But I don't think it's like a speech thing, because when I think about that, like if you say Trump is like sensitive and it's that, like, tell me the late night show other than like the Gutfield thing or something, if you want to consider that one, which I don't really, that is pro Trump. You know, tell me the cartoon, the animated feature for adults that is pro Trump. These things are made by creators who often are completely ideologically opposed to Trump, and you don't see all of them getting stomped out. It's like the ones that are building big audiences and bringing in money. I think these companies are going to want the money, but you don't just get to score a free ride. You made a lot of money. He made a lot of money, and all of his friends are coming on board. Clearly, he has a lot of friends. That's sweet. That's good. I saw Adam Sandler and the whole crew in the actually in the stands for Stephen Colbert's broadcast last night. I think that all of that is great. Good for him. Take your money and start somewhere else. Grab the people you're working with that you love and say, let's do the new thing. Let's do it bigger, better. And now we got like an uncut. Now we've got a ton of money to back this up. So yeah, I haven't seen, I think it's kind of delusional, some of the thoughts that I'm seeing here. And again, I'm seeing them from like people I know and stuff online. Let us know what you think. Send your dispatches in. Video or audio dispatches, you can record at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. You can also email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Lots of people emailing. This is...
You got an email from Stephen not too long ago, I thought.
From Stephen Colbert's manager, yes. Very interested
Have you booked the date yet? Because I imagine that window's going to close.
Filling up, man.
You know what's crazy about that? Is I got an email, folks, which is not the first time I've gotten something like this. It's kind of funny.
All right, cool guy.
Do you know what the grift is there?
Yes, yeah. That's what I want to show people. It says from Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert emailing me. My God, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And the person said, I want to follow up with you. Their previous email said, my name is Tom Purcell. And
Which is
I'm
an
the manager.
Name if you Google it.
That is the guy's real name? Oh, sorry about that. That was my fault.
Easy.
Hang on. Let me bring up Tom's actual first email if I can. My name is Tom Purcell, he says. Invitation to be on Stephen Colbert Show. Hi, dear. The News Junkie. In all bold caps here in all its glory. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Tom Purcell, and I'm the manager of The Late Show, which is hosted by Stephen Colbert. They may rescind this now. I'm reaching out with an exclusive invitation to be a featured guest on our upcoming podcast series. The Late Show is one of the most influential and widely recognized shows in the country. Our podcast is hosted online. We are offering a compensation of $4K US dollars. $4,000.
Wait, USD?
That's right. $4,000 they're offering. Please let us know if you'd be interested. Yabbity yabbity. Late Show podcast. Tom Purcell.
I mean, Sean, why aren't you taking this up?
The grift here is that the moment you accept it, then they say, well, we're going to need some fees for technical connection.
Well, that makes
Don't worry.
Sense. So give them your credit card information.
I've seen people fall prey to this. There was somebody who had I think it might have been somebody who had a big Facebook page or something, and then they got one of these letters, and they thought they were really going to be on the Late Show or on the Tonight Show, and it's a scam. But it's a scam that plays to you going obviously Stephen Colbert is emailing me.
There are, and I wonder if they are doing this. I did see that the Tonight Show had a YouTuber on, a pretty popular tech YouTuber. And I thought, oh, this is an interesting angle because he's got a pretty popular channel, but it's a channel for nerds. But they're trying to get that to their audience and be the YouTube audience.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, trust me, this particular one is as fake as it gets. Some of them might even be real. Who knows? All right, quick break. When we come back, we hear from you. Send us your dispatches, video or audio dispatches. Send those over to us. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Said that weird.
Audio.
Video, audio dispatches.
That's right. Chips at thenewsjunkie.com.
That's why Stephen Colbert won't have me on the Tonight Show, man. I've ruined the whole thing.
USD, down the drain.
All right, back with more in a moment. We'll check in with the Bryan Kohberger trial. There's some sparks flying over there. We'll see what's going on. This coming up next on the News Junkie.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Stop and go traffic on eastbound I-4 from State Road 417 to State Road 536. 6-minute delays, and there are accidents with road blockage at Orange Ave and McCoy Road and Amelia Street at Magnolia Avenue. Use caution. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Amy Snyder.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Hey, everybody. How we doing? Somebody asked if I had any contact with the psycho lady who was a Bryan Kohberger supporter. I haven't. If you want to hear that series of interviews, you can go to thenewsjunkie.com, scroll down, and you will see a link to the interviews section on the bottom of the page. Why are you ranting about draft dodging? What's going on over here, chat? What's happening? By the way, I just got an update on Yuckers. It looks like the judge in the all-day Yuckers case has opened up access and removed restrictions from middle schools, leaving him just blocked from elementary schools, and also lowered the sentence to 30 days from what I could tell. So good news on his part.
Celebrate freedom from those old single-pane windows and that shabby front door with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Anderson.
We got to talk about at some point here. Did anybody see the docuseries, I think on Netflix? Chimp Crazy? Remember with the chimpanzee lady? Did you guys see that? She's back in the news today for a reason you're just not going to believe. What did Yuckers do?
Time to get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the fit.
I don't even know if we could talk about that.
0 payments and 0% interest.
Chimp Crazy was completely awful? Yes. Yes, it was.
Pound 250 for your cell phone. That's pound
Hey, Stevie.
keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
An email coming in, web exclusive, just for you streamers. Laura emails the show. I saw Ozzy Osbourne from the 6th row at the No More Tours tour in 1996. What a liar. Deer Creek Outdoor Amphitheater in Indiana. Towards the end of the show, I went to the bathroom. On my way back to my seat, I'm walking down the main aisle, and Ozzy holds up a backstage pass and declares, "The rowdiest mother effer in here gets a backstage pass. Come and get it." For a split second, I thought maybe I could snag the pass. I was so close to the stage, but I looked back and the entire hillside of Indiana boys was stampeding towards Ozzy Osbourne. They were jumping over seats and throwing haymakers, shoving people out of their way. It was total chaos. I don't recall much after that. I had to get the hell out of the way. I managed to stay on my feet and not get trampled. Couldn't believe Ozzy would do that. We'll never forget it. Gangster AF, R.I.P. Ozman. Skinny jeans today, Sean says CS on YouTube? No. Why, do they look more skinny than normal? I hope they're not. I don't understand it. I've been getting into the running more, okay? You guys don't know how determined a man I am. I've been getting into the running more. I've been going, on average, about 10,000 steps every single day. Yesterday on my run, I probably ran, I would guess, 1.5 miles of my run. I'm still an amateur at it, so I don't really know, exactly what I'm doing. But I'm getting a little better. I can run for a little longer. I would have thought the weight was just falling off me now. But not yet. How many push-ups can I do? Beha, I can do thousands in a video game. Selena Gomez says, I just heard Brian Wilson died a few weeks ago. No, I don't think so. Ryan Seacrest says, you'll retain more water as your body adjusts. Is that true? I hate that, but I bet you're right. Periomenopause is a bitch? All right, we're coming back, everybody. By the way, you look fantastic today, okay?
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton.
Colbert, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You look great.
Biome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements.
I want to save so many of these stories for after the next episode.
And help prevent future health issues. Next, Biome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Biome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight and more. Biome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look
Stand by.
Biome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Biome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Biome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's
Okay. All right, here we go.
Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
Morgan & Morgan, dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law, that's all.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Meet the three friends Bill Cosby called frat bros. This is the
Fantastic today. It is the Viral News HQ you were looking for. The three best friends you never knew you had going through the most viral stories of the day. Thank you for hanging out with us. Learn more or even watch the show live at thenewsjunkie.com. I want to rename the show, if you don't mind. The AI Junkie would be the new name. The AI Junkie. Solely because, I don't know if you guys have seen this, Sabrina and Celine, but right now, Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook/Meta is offering the most insane deals to people who work in AI right now. Like legitimately.
Like the robots?
No, to the people who are like the head programmers at some of these AI companies like OpenAI. Oh man, I don't know what the exact terms of the deal that was rumored yesterday. Celine, see if you can find Zuckerberg AI deal or something. Look that on X.com.
While he looks at it, does Zuckerberg not think that they have some sort of non-compete?
I don't know. They might. I don't know what their deals are. I mean, they're offering people pay packages. Earlier, the roof was $300 million for 4 years.
Hot damn.
For a person.
Isn't that what they paid for all of Instagram when they first
probably $300 million over 4 years. With over $100 million the first year for like a dude, for a person typing AI code and whatnot. And the one that I heard yesterday, I think was over $1 billion, the offer for a person.
I didn't see $1 billion offer for a person. There's one thing that says Zuckerberg offered $1.25 billion to a neural network. Oh, neural network engineer. Damn. Yeah. And he refused.
And how do you turn down $1 billion? You could come at me and go, Sean, we've got an offer for you to, okay? If you say it's $1 billion, I'm like, all right, I'll take it. If it's beheading mice on a live stream, I'm your Huckleberry. I will be the guy. $1 billion. I mean, everybody's going to sell out.
What would you turn down the $1 billion for?
Beheading lady. Couldn't do it.
That was very quick.
Could not do it. The mice, they're unrelated to me. I wouldn't
care. But for $500 million, I'm sure we could figure out a way to put the head back on in time.
Maybe. You need, like, on the other side, experts that you're paying to try to
like
put the Humpty Dumpties back together. What was the deal for that guy? Do you see anything more about it, Celine, or just like one bill for one guy?
The largest offer in the history of AI. Zuckerberg offered $1.25 billion to a neural network engineer. He wanted to lure the person, offered him the sum, but the idea of becoming a billionaire in a few years did not convince the developer.
Can you guys imagine turning down $1 billion? Like, hey, we've got a new job offer for you. Okay, I'm all
ears. You have to cut off Carl's head?
All you have to do is switch companies in this case and go work at Meta with Mark Zuckerberg. If I was Mark Zuckerberg, I would be so personally hurt if you didn't take my $1 billion offer to come work with me. Be like, what is wrong with me that you won't accept billionaire status? Like, you're cruising the 7 seas on your glorious yacht. You can work whatever days you want. You don't have to go into the office. Here's a bill. Build yourself a home in the side of a mountain, for God's sake. Is there any of you among the folks hanging out with us today who would turn down $1 billion?
Daniel Francis, the founder of the Able, ABEL, startup, and a well-known critic of large corporations, told this story. According to him, he was the one who was told about Mark Zuckerberg's record-breaking offer. There's a weird... it used to be an embed for a tweet, but
AI would have never done that.
Yeah. In a previous post, he had hinted Meta was hunting for a top AI engineer, offering him $1 billion bonus. In the end, the corporation received an answer. The man said no. In the comments to Francis's tweet, someone noted the companies are now willing to pay intellectual property style money for the mere presence of brains.
So crazy. Your brain is worth $1 billion. Here you go. Would you take it? Let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody out there principled enough to be like, nope, wouldn't do it. Meanwhile, they're throwing out way too much money, I must tell you. I've said it before. I talked about this yesterday. In the world of documentaries and docuseries, they're throwing way too much money out there. Some of the things that are making it to these platforms, they don't need a documentary. It's not interesting enough. You shouldn't be doing it. For instance, I guess Netflix, which this is ridiculous, Netflix. They're premiering on August 22nd, The Truth About Jussie Smollett, ?
What?
Which is going to feature
Talk
interviews
about relevant.
with police, lawyers, journalists, and investigators who claim to have new evidence about the case. All right?
Nobody cares.
Netflix is
I'm gonna
log
watch
line.
that thing.
You
Netflix
are
is
for
log
real.
line.
Yes.
Oh, it's so long ago.
The 90-minute documentary is going to tell the shocking true story of an allegedly fake story that some now say might be a true story.
Okay.
That
sounds good. C-Lane, just give us the cliff notes when you're
That's
done.
what they agree like. So it is the shocking true story of an allegedly fake story that some now say might just be a true story. I wonder if Netflix will now take my documentary. I'm pitching this to you, Netflix, okay? I want to tell you the shockingly fake story about a shockingly true story about an allegedly fake story that some now say might be a true story. And we'll talk about your new documentary over on Netflix. Stop greenlighting everything. Jussie Smollett wasn't attacked by anybody. Jussie Smollett is a liar. This is just like when they did the OJ documentary. And Courtney got so mad that there was an OJ documentary that said, well, he's innocent. He didn't do it. He's an innocent man. She goes, how can they air this?
They just greenlit your documentary. It's happening.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Finally, I'll take $1 billion and I'm out of here.
But
See
they
you
need
later.
Lady's Head.
I can't do it. I can't
The
do it.
OJ one was a little bit more relevant considering he had just died when they released it. This I do not understand why it's coming out now.
No,
they
the
quick
OJ one that I'm talking about, it didn't come out after he died. It came out before that, where they tried to say it was innocent.
Right, there's a bunch like that, sure.
Yeah, this one in particular was the only one I'd ever seen where they were like, you know,
Look up the documentary about Jussie Smollett and tell me the folks that have financially backed it. Is there a chance that Jussie Smollett financially backed it?
Is there
Well,
a
it's not
chance
this
he's
one.
got money right now?
Sure.
This one's Jussie Smollett, The Anatomy of a Hoax, but that ain't it, right? I mean, he's going to be taking part in it, right? It's the truth about Jussie Smollett, ? Oh, what's happening here? There's already been a ton of these anyways. It's just, come on. I know a couple of things. I know that the sun shall rise in the morning and the sun shall set in the evening, and that I will die and that I'm going to pay taxes whether I like it or not, and that I love my girlfriend and
jet fuel
lady
can't
dog.
melt steel beams.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. And I also know that Jussie Smollett is a liar and that he was not attacked on the street. I knew it the moment the story came out. Go back to the logs.
Is this how your documentary is going to go?
When nobody else told you, the guy is nonsense. So, but why is it all getting greenlit? Why does so much of this make it to our televisions?
Riddle me this.
It's too much.
Second riddle of this segment. Are they interviewing the twins that he paid? Because that is something I'd be interested in seeing.
I would watch an interview with them. I don't know if they've been featured on anything else, but they're just going to, I mean, it's all the same story, right?
I don't know. Why would they're already in trouble for it? Why wouldn't they just put it all out there? This is
the
how
most
much we were
hilarious
paid.
thing.
This is why we said we would do it.
I would like an interview with that tiny little fake noose that he put around his neck. That's what I would like to see interviewed.
And kept around his neck.
It kept on, like when the cops came. They were going to hang me with this thing that wouldn't have held 15 pounds of weight up in the air, but they were going to hang me with this. There's too much stuff that's being greenlit. There's too much money that's being thrown around. Don't tell me there's a recession underway if there's all this cash out there. What the hell is going on? Or do only 4 people get it? The rich programmer
you
AI
wouldn't
guy?
take all that money.
What money? Well, I already told you what I would take. Would I take $1 billion? Hell yeah.
And
Hell
then you
yeah,
have
I would take
someone
$1 billion.
else saying, like, they're stop green lighting the Sean stuff. Like,
Well, I mean,
the money's there.
I would
And
just
of
have to make
course
sure
there's
that
money.
my stuff was good and then take my money and run. This is what anybody would do in that situation, or what most people would do at least. But there's far too much of this out there. I saw finally somebody stepping up with me after yesterday. I say finally, it's only been 24 hours. But I talked about the Netflix docu-series Amy Bradley is Missing and how this was wrong. This was literally wrong for Netflix to do this. People should be sitting down with Amy Bradley's family and saying, over a quarter of a century has passed. Your daughter either fell off of the balcony of the cruise ship she was on or jumped over. That is tragic and terrible, but you need to move on and get past this, as hard as that seems. And the Netflix documentary, even worse than I thought. Remember when I told you that they were scammed out of $100,000 by a private investigator who was keeping their hopes up and stuff?
Right.
No, I was wrong. Over $200,000 the family was scammed out of in the search for her. Okay? They were also,
so they're trying to make their money back.
They were also found to have found to have been lying in court when they went to their lawsuit against Royal Caribbean, and the judge said that they had lied when they said that there was 3 people they spoke to claimed that they saw Amy and she was being held under duress in Curacao. There was all of these theories that her brother has. Her brother believes Scientology was to blame for Amy missing off this cruise ship.
No, totally normal that Scientology just randomly just nitpicks people from Royal Caribbean cruises.
They blamed it on the guy.
Celebrities,
Not totally
man.
Impossible.
They blamed it on the guy in the next balcony. They blamed it on everything. I think that these streaming platforms have gone unhinged, that they are greenlighting too much stuff, and that in some cases, what you're doing here is wrong. It's wrong to take a family and take their hopes and drag them out so long like this when they're clearly reeling from a tragic loss. It sucks. It's bad. I hate to hear it. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. You can send your video or audio dispatch over there right now. All right, quick break. When we come back, we will get some updates on what's happening in Jacksonville. Is there some updates here in terms of an officer being held responsible? We'll see. I've got a story right next to me here we got to talk about. We'll get geared up for the next episode. We have a lot to talk about still, and we'll tap back into the Bryan Kohberger case, especially the moment of sentencing from the judge, all that on the way, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
It's literally a short walk. What the hell is wrong with you? Stop being so damn weird. Please.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Watch for an accident on the exit ramp from the southbound Florida Turnpike to OBT exit 254, left lane blocked. Accidents at Orange Avenue and McCoy Road and Amelia Street and Magnolia Avenue. And there's stop-and-go traffic on eastbound I-4 from US 192 to State Road 535, 8-minute delays. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Amy Snyder.
This report is sponsored by Gatorland.
Gatorland knows you need more animals, more gators, and more fun. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $17.50 admission now through the end of July. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing.
Hey, folks. How are you? Excuse me, you're right. Hold on. Excuse me, you're right. I read that in a dodo way. It's Curacao. My grandest apologies to the people of Curacao. I apologize. I was glancing at the story, which I had not pre-read. I said it wrong. Curacao, I'm sorry, apologies. It was Curacao. I'll take the lumps. Thank you.
Monster Jam. Get ready for big time fun for the whole family. Featuring Grave Digger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and
Thank you, Snoop Frog. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. It's one of the best ways you can support personally what I'm working on here. All of these things, all the work and expenses that it takes to do all of this. So thank you for subscribing to Secret Shows.
Hurricane season, and I gotta tell you what, man, Solar Source helped me so much. If you were stuck last year without power, man, Solar Source has this battery backup system.
You need to write an apology to the nation of Curacao. I don't have a Simpson-style chalkboard, but I do apologize. Sean, would you take $1 billion for world domination, then stop all the killers from getting their plea deals? I don't think that would cut it. Otherwise, Trump would just do it, right? If he is a billionaire. Hey folks, welcome to the stream. It's a lovely Wednesday. We're still watching what's going on. You can see on the grid Bryan Kohberger in court. Right now it's just a lot of family testimonials, which have been, gripping. You can hear them elsewhere if you want to, but it's sort of once you hear one of them, you kind of have a good idea of where the families are coming from. We're waiting to see what the sentence will be from the judge, and we're waiting for, and I really hope we get this. I don't know that we will, but we're waiting to see if this smug asshole Bryan Kohberger will make a statement. And if so, what will he say? We will have it on the show today because that's what we do in the Viral HQ. Breaking news for the very online types. Some of you at least. Breaking news for the very online types. Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte Macron, the President and First Lady of France, are suing Candace Owens for defamation. And this is not something that happens all the time where a head of state sues a citizen from another country. The head of state of France is suing a citizen of the United States of America, Candace Owens. Candace Owens is constantly bringing out arguments that suggest that Emmanuel Macron's wife, First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, is a man. Man with a penis and everything. Now the President of France is suing Candace Owens, which should be interesting. And how do you do discovery on that case? Show us your penis.
A pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed. Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
I can't think about my Uncle Chris without thinking about the craziest night of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening.
What is just crossing the wires for the very online people, the people into online drama. You're going to like this. I think that you'll think there is absolutely something to this. For everybody else, stand by. You can join us. You can join us on the show at any time. Send us a dispatch, a video or audio dispatch. Record yours at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll play some of those. We play the ones that I think are interesting. I play the ones that I think are the best, that are going to add something to the show. Some of you get flushed right down the toilet. Don't be that person. Send a great dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. This is fairly rare. This does not happen that much. And this is going to be an interesting court case. I'm looking at the filing. This is a lawsuit. And while you may not recognize the people in this lawsuit, I'm going to very briefly explain it to you. Emmanuel Macron, who I'm sure many of you realize is the president of France.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oui, oui.
Bridget Macron, remember her? And they're running that they happened on the plane?
With the quick shove, and then he waved.
She shoved him, and then everybody in the world was like, oh.
And it was a joke. At least that's what he said.
Spousal abuse.
Yeah, it looked kind of like a silly little tiff to me or something, but people take this very seriously. Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, and his wife, First Lady of France, Bridget Macron, are suing an American citizen. This is what does not happen very often. A head of state from a country, a major country around the world, is suing a U.S. citizen. And in this case, it's the largely hated, and I think deservedly so, Candace Owens. Okay, Candace Owens is being sued by the president of France and the first lady. And here's part of the complaint. It says, in March 2024, Candace Owens, a right-wing podcaster, told the world she, quote, would stake her entire professional reputation on the fact that Bridget Macron, the First Lady of France, is in fact a man. Since then, Candace Owens has
We've seen lawsuits like this before, though.
Since then, Candace Owens has used this false statement to promote her independent platform, gain notoriety, and make money. Candace Owens disregarded all credible evidence disproving her claim in favor of platforming known conspiracy theorists and proven defamers. And rather than engage with the president and Ms. Macron's attempts to set the record straight, Candace Owens mocked them and used them as additional fodder for her frenzied fan base. Candace Owens did not stop there, the suit says. Retaliating against the Macrons for the audacity of sending her attraction demands, Candace Owens helmed an 8-part podcast entitled Becoming Bridget. And there were other posts through the history of this show talking about how she thought the First Lady of France is a man. And I think there's something that goes on here in the creators' minds. All right. Sometimes if you're a creator, you go, well, the president of France isn't going to sue me. It'll make him look too small if he sues me, so I can get away with saying whatever I want. Number two, you go, how's she going to prove this? And it's like, what is discovery? Bridget Macron? Let's see what you got downstairs.
You can do a blood test.
You can look at the chromosomes. You can see what's going on there. But this is a long-standing rumor a la Richard Gere and the gerbil. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is something that goes way back. And people say, Bridget Macron.
There's plenty of the onliners, the Facebook, the Twitter people that say this very same thing about Michelle Obama all the time.
That's very true. That's another one that's been out there for years and years and years, and people are like, she's a man. Bridget Macron's a man. Now,
but we've seen these lawsuits. I don't know how much as of late, but successful ones. They pop up on this day of people suing outlets and people for calling them gay, like Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman got a fat settlement for National Enquirer calling them gay, closeted.
They used to do it all the time.
It was Pitch Perfect, bigger gal, Australian.
Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
Or
she did get a settlement for some sort of weight thing that was said, but then I do believe that they backtracked on it.
She got a settlement because people said she was like lying about her age and like her life story, I believe. There was an Australian controversy. I think with her, I might have some wires crossed there. These kind of lawsuits pop up from time to time, but it's legitimately happening. The president of France is with his wife suing Candace Owens to prove that his wife doesn't have a penis.
So, dumb question. You do not have to be a citizen or even present in the United States to sue somebody in the judicial system?
I guess not. This is in the Superior Court of the state of Delaware where this is going down. And obviously, I think there's a legit defamation claim there. Yeah. If you ever had one, like you're saying that somebody is not what they say they are in terms of this is a woman. Like the crazy thing is, as per usual, from my perspective, reality is better than fiction. The reality is, look it up. I won't get sued. Brigitte Macron was the president of France. Emmanuel Macron. Brigitte Macron, his wife, was his teacher. And is like way older than him, and they fell in love, and they've been married for quite a long time right now. But she met him when she was his teacher.
Kind of a Letourneau move.
Yes, Mary Kay Letourneau, or whatever her name is. Like very similar to some of those things. That is pretty wild to me. Seawitch says he's suing for defamation, not to prove his wife was born female. Do you not understand how this works? If the defamation is that his wife is a man, how do you think the lawsuit is going to play out? It's the key portion of information that has caused the defamation. Okay? If I say C-Lane smuggles children over the border, and then C-Lane sues me for defamation, it may well be a defamation lawsuit, but the defamation is about me saying that C-Lane smuggles kids across the border. In this case, the smuggling is a twig and berry smuggling.
You could have just gone with I have a vagina, and then I could prove you wrong.
I didn't want to do that.
You first wanted to say Sabrina was a man.
Clearly sue-worthy over here if you get to it.
But
it's crazy. And by the way, people should be sued for this stuff. You shouldn't be able to openly lie about other people and defame their names and get stuff to stick that never, ever, ever goes away.
Even if it's on a radio show?
Yeah, generally speaking, if it's not done in like a satirical way or, I'm not over here in a serious way myself, if that's what you're alluding to, Sabrina.
No, I would never do that.
8 billionth time. Then this would be something where I would say it's a satirical thing, as opposed to this is not a satirical thing from a lot of these people.
She had a whole podcast series on how she became a woman.
Candace Owens had a not even just a series. She always contends that Brigitte Macron is a man, just like people. You're exactly right to compare it to the Michelle Obama thing. And guess what? Because people screw around with this stuff and just say this stuff over and over and over, there's legit a portion of America that thinks Michelle Obama has a penis. There's like a legit portion of the United States of America that thinks Michelle Obama has a penis. Like this is...
And before her, Sierra. Before her, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis is a hermaphrodite, right? Like these things pop out there. I happen to be a fan of suing when somebody lies on your name and constantly defames you. I think you should do it when it happens to you. I think more people should do it. And it does not chill free speech. It chills lies. And free speech should not protect lies and defamation. If somebody was saying something ungodly and untoward about your family member or your loved ones, I would hope that you would do the same thing. All right? Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, my mom says Sean has thick eyebrows.
Defamation.
I'll have to deal with it.
The thick eyebrows are in.
I just wish I had more,
More eyebrow, like a unibrow?
Yeah, it doesn't shade my eye. It doesn't go as far as I'd want it to on the sides with my eyebrow situation. Unfettered for You says, Obama is not a U.S. citizen was a big one that went around. Absolutely
100%.
True. Absolutely true. These are the examples that I'm talking about where people used to go, oh, it's just an online thing. It's silly. Don't let people do it to you. Don't let people defame you, call you all sorts of things, call you a Nazi, call you this, call you that. Chill that speech, because that speech is lies and defamation. And that's not what our founders had in mind. All right. When we were sitting around talking about freedom of speech, we wanted to call the Brits losers, which I'll say to this day. A lot of you Brits are losers. You're ruining your country over there day by day. All right. That's freedom of speech. Now, me saying all Brits are hermaphrodites, well, it's too general. You can't sue me for that.
Oh, speaking of the British country.
Hello, Governor.
There was a terrible story about the royal family or royal family adjacent yesterday that I saw come through, I want to say Daily Mail or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the cousin of the princes, Harry and William, was found dead. It looks to be suicide. They said this cousin was found dead with a firearm near her. And all the pictures were of Princess Diana, Prince Harry, Prince William. There was not a single picture of the deceased cousin. There was one where her mother was in it with Princess Diana, but there was no picture of the girl. And it's just like, oh gosh,
he went through all the gallery.
There was only like 3 pictures, but like the idea that the royal family is so important that we would report on this without needing to include a picture of the deceased seems mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's so frustrating too for these actual people involved in this.
Yeah.
And I know you laugh it up, you yuck it up, you say, well, if it's a person that I hate that I'm targeting, like if it's Trump, so many of you will not care. Okay, so many of you are like, yeah, Candace Owens, get her. So many of you will be like, if it's somebody saying this about Trump and it's clearly defamation, and clearly you wouldn't care. Like the whole Trump is into P games and stuff, all that stuff. People ran wild. Sometimes you just don't care because the target is somebody you don't like. I think we should not allow this. I think that people should be sued for it. I think it's good, and I think I support this. So let me know what you think.
Well, Trump was one of the biggest ones doing the Barack Obama's not a citizen thing.
He was involved in it too. He was on the receiving end and the giving end. I absolutely acknowledge that for sure. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a 50-foot Margot Robbie. Darth Vader's big old saber could be yours or your neighbor's, if your neighbor's super rich. Plus, we pay tribute and bid adieu to the Prince of Darkness, as long as I can censor all 5,000 F-bombs Ozzy dropped. All aboard! And so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Wednesday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we're going to be expecting more rounds of heavy rainfall, which is why today is another Fox 35 Weather Impact Day. We'll be expecting a 70 to 80% chance of afternoon showers and storms. A couple of downpours could try to sneak in closer to midday, but best chances of rain will take place into the early mid-afternoon hours. Otherwise, as we head towards the weekend, we'll begin to dry things out. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. It's cake batter. It's cookie dough. It's the new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat. Now at participating DQ locations for a limited time. Fly in today for this cosmic collision of flavor. And don't miss Superman in theaters now. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you, because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You know, you upgrade your phone, you upgrade your car, so why are you still stuck with outdated vision? Glasses and contacts? Man, that's old tech. At the Filatowski Eye Institute, we bring you the ultimate upgraded, clearer vision. Ditch the hassle. Level up your life. Schedule your free consultation today with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors. Original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at EyeCandyEnergyDrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Stack up cash at Orange City Racing and Card Club, July 23rd through 27th. The 100K Summer Deep Stack is on. Buy in for $300 and play for your share of $100,000 guaranteed. Shuffle up and deal July 23rd through 27th, exclusively at Orange City Poker.
Planning a trip to Orlando.
Email coming in. Quick break here, folks. From Sean. Sean said, on the impact speeches that are going down, like the one in the Kohberger trial, they're just coming back from a break right now, by the way. You haven't missed anything. You'll love this one. And it says, it's from Olivia Goncalves. I don't know what this is about, what this case is about. Olivia Goncalves. What she said. Oh.
Sociopath.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
I will call you what you are. Sociopath. Psychopath. Murderer. I will ask the questions that reverberate violently in my own head, so loudly that I can't think straight most any day. Some of these might be familiar,
Olivia?
so sit up straight when I talk to you.
A-L-I-V-E.
How was your life right before you murdered my sisters? Did you prepare for the crime before leaving your apartment? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling at this time. Why did you choose my sisters? Before making your move, did you approach my sisters? Detail what you were thinking and feeling.
Hang on. What's up?
I'm putting you up, but I'm sending you a censored footage of Ozzy in messages.
Okay. Here. Go.
So,
Damn it.
if you can put it on QuickTime, because some of it we might have to scroll through.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here.
Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
And beyond. The Bryan Kohberger case just coming back from a long pause. You haven't really missed anything there. We're keeping our eye on it, waiting for, if he speaks, what he says. That would be interesting. The next episode on the way. Plus, you're going to be featured on the show. Your dispatches, video and audio dispatches. Send yours and make it count over at thenewsjunkie.com. Still so much to get to today. A lot of things I'm excited to talk about. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Thank you.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Thank you, Christopher, and the Home Loans Radio Show. Refinancing, buying your first dream home, an abode, perhaps expanding your business, starting a business. Work with someone who's got your back, and that is That Mortgage Guy Don. You can start the process today. It is so easy to do so by going to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
So many years have passed. This one is starting to make me feel quite old. 7 years ago, 2018, the National Transportation Safety Board urged the people to stop. Stop doing what, you ask?
The NTSB asked people to stop doing what? What year was it again?
2018. We were on the show.
2018. Oh, really?
Yep. They begged people to stop doing this challenge.
Buckeyes Bucket Challenge?
No.
Come on.
It was the one where they were getting out.
You know it. Hashtag what?
They were. It wasn't Ghost Riding the Whip, but it was similar. It was like they were getting out and dancing to some song.
Oh, the Drake one.
In My Feelings challenge.
Yeah.
The viral video where people dance the Drake song outside a moving vehicle.
I like
and
this
a
song.
couple instances. Thank you. It's the Fun Bounce remix.
Team Drake.
What?
I'm Team Drake. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
A minor.
I don't know a lot about the teams, but his music is better.
I just know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think 2 people got run over by their own car during this challenge 7 years
I do
ago.
remember that.
Let's bring it back, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I wish we could bring them back, but the world is mourning, and some people mourning a little less mourning than they would. What did you say earlier? If your Wi-Fi was out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Over the death of Ozzy. Kelly Osbourne last week just denied rumors that her father was dying, and then boom, yesterday, Ozzy indeed passed away at 76 years old. No word on cause of death. The official statement was, it was with more sadness than mere words we can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning with his family, surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. Ozzy, the biography, the resume is very well known. Black Sabbath got its start in 1979. I'm sorry, he was fired from Black Sabbath in 1979 and launched a massively successful solo career. Early 2000s, he reinvented himself, made his family just as famous with the reality show The Osbournes, and now I have several wonderful stories to share with you and clips of Ozzy's best moments. Most of these are from The Osbournes, but there are some fantastic pieces of 80s news when he was in his prime.
All right.
Getting interviewed and dropping all the F-bombs on cable networks and beyond. Okay. I present to you, fully censored, I hope, Ozzy's best moments.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this the clip that you sent me?
Hit it,
I
John.
apologize. All right, hang on. Let me just make sure it's queued up here.
Hit it,
okay. Good to go.
Now, off, guy, Gus, Jim, Bill, whatever your name is. Your name's going to be dead if you touch this chicken.
He's talking to a cat, just for the record.
He sure is. Full cat.
Apparently the dogs have been barking at like 12, 1 in the morning or something. He's not going to do anything about it, but he just wants to let us know.
But their dogs start my dogs barking. What do you expect the dogs to do? Meow.
Dancing to James Brown. He was having fun, man.
And this was so long ago, too, which is wild. And he's still...
I like that.
He's on a talk show.
Actually, I had to tell you a story about this because when
It's
John...
super.
Isn't it?
Oh no, we've brightened his day.
Right.
We're talking with the one and only Ozzy Osbourne. Good evening, Ozzy.
What?
Good evening, Ozzy.
Hello there.
How are you?
Fine.
Ozzy.
I think that is the same woman, and
That's right. It
if
was
so,
very hot.
that might be the same woman that interviewed James Brown when he was all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that? Oh, man.
America.
He was making crazy eyes at her.
I'm stuck on the Weather Channel.
Tech problems, Ozzy?
Bubbles. Oh, come on, Sharon. I'm not Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of daftness. Evil. I've had to borrow the bubbles.
He doesn't want bubbles.
When do the male models go on and start stroking? Who's pissed? Who pissed on my f***ing carpet? That bastard f***ing dog, man. It's terrorist. It's not Bin Laden's gang.
New gun.
What did he say? It's like Bin Laden?
Yeah. Talking
animal?
to his bulldog, I believe, that peed on the carpet. This is number 2. I can't see the title from here.
It says trying, but it hasn't already filled out. Trying minty strips?
Oh, yeah. Those
You
are...
winding me up.
No, taste it.
It's a stamp.
It's a stamp.
Nothing there.
Do you like it?
Crap, it disappeared.
It's just meant to freshen your mouth.
It's not gum, then you lied to me.
Hi, darling.
What did he say? What lied to me?
He lied to me.
I thought he thought it was gum.
Oh, did he? It was just like one of those little gel strips you put on your tongue. This one's called the Beer Thief. This is the last one.
Someone has been in my room and taken my beers away from my room.
I don't think so, darling. Who would do that? Who's the beer thief? You. You're the beer thief.
Oh, you're the beer thief. Beer
May
thief in
rest
heaven.
in peace. He's now biting the heads off of angels.
Oh.
He also accidentally spiked a cake. A vicar? Do you guys know what a vicar is?
Vicar? I don't
Vicar?
know. I don't know the.
Isn't that like a person?
An unsuspecting vicar
Yeah.
in the
It's
UK
like a minister.
ended up tripping after being served a slice of cake Ozzy Osbourne had spiked with hash. And that's marijuana that is very, very potent. So he still got it. Alamo is doing some weird stuff, though, as far as tributes go around the world since the news of Ozzy's death. This, of course, being the place that he urinated on
Oh,
Monument.
yeah. Remember the Alamo, yeah.
And they wanted to make sure that in the hours after his passing, you remembered the time that he peed on the statue. And they said this, at the Alamo, this is so weird. No money, I'm weeping guitar. Thank you. At the Alamo, we honor history and all of its complexities. Today, we acknowledge Ozzy Osbourne's journey from regret to reconciliation at this historic site, and we extend our condolences to his family, friends, and fans around the world. And then they posted a picture of the statue that he peed on.
Oh.
So there you have it. On the boob tube. So this entire next episode dedicated to the Prince of Darkness.
Thank you.
May he rest in peace. 4th season premiere of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We got Matt Damon on.
Like a celebrity thing? Or is he hosting it?
Drew Carey and Aisha Tyler are in the
He's
hot
down
seat.
bad.
I'm sorry?
He's
Matt
down
Damon?
bad. Tough times. He's like, please.
Celebrity IOU on HGTV with Josh Gad. 4th season premiere of Family Law. 6th season premiere of Match Game. 27th premiere of South Park with $1 billion in their pockets. And the series premiere of Washington Black on Hulu. You can catch Arnold on Kimmel until all of late night's canceled. Follow your dreams with me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I see people passing around this clip too, which is Ozzy at, where is he at? He was at Chipotle, and he's just...
Is he cursing?
I don't know. He's in absolute awe that they're making his burrito. I hope he doesn't curse.
This is my favorite burrito joint.
This is my favorite burrito joint. They're rolling a burrito for him. He's just he's staring. He's staring at the Chipotle guy like, oh, this is so amazing.
Both of his hands are against his head like I have never seen something like this.
I like this. Why is this not one of those memes that like finds you someone who looks at you the way Ozzy looks at that guy making his burrito?
Looks like you are about to make it in this commercial break.
All right.
Fun
Quick break.
stuff.
When we come back, we'll hear from you. Hopefully, we'll see what you have to say. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm holding a piece of news in front of me that is going to rock your world. It's going to rock your world. Do you remember the lady from Chimp Crazy?
Oh, I know. what
Chimp
you're
Crazy
talking
lady.
about
Tanya
with the-
Haddix was her name.
With the
The
messed
lady who
up
had the-
face?
Yeah, well, no, the lady who had the chimpanzees and she wasn't supposed to, and she was like trying to hide them in her house and all that stuff. And there was this documentary about her. She was a wild one. She's back in the news today, and you're just not going to guess why. You will be knocked backwards when you hear.
I'm ready
why.
to be shooketh.
This woman is back in the news. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
We're going to run into your typical delays on I-4 this afternoon through the amusement park area, and there's some congestion through the city. There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for on Monroe Road at US 17. There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Orange Blossom Trail. Move over and slow down if you see crews on the roadways this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Supercharge your studies during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AIPCs starting at...
Come on knock on my door. I've got this whole Candace Owens lawsuit. It's like 300 pages. Am I supposed to read 300 pages about Candace Owens, who I don't find to be that interesting? And whether or not the First Lady of Paris, France, the whole country, in fact, has a penis? It's a lot of pages. It's a lot of penis pages. Hey, to my runners and my athletic peeps in chat, I'm trying a thing. Tell me if this is good or bad, okay? Just say good or bad. I did that first day when I ran 1 mile, and then I kept going. I did like my 5-mile walk or whatever on that day, 4 miles, maybe 4 miles. But I ran that first mile and timed it. Since then, as I've been trying to like work up and up and up, like I have my grid that I walk every day, and I'm just choosing more and more sections. Like I'm gonna run from this street to this street. Then I'll walk a little bit. Then I'll run from this street to this street. And I'm trying to make it so I have more of a continuous run wherever I can fill it in as I get better at this. But right now I feel like I don't want to time myself. Does that make sense? Like I don't need to be timing myself all the time, right? Like I feel like I should get better, work on going further and further and further and having less gaps. And then when I'm ready and I think I could do like a really good mile, then time it. Let me know if that sounds stupid. C-Lane is right now programming Ozzy's "Thank You" clip from his final show. It will now be programmed in the log to after our final song plays in Today I Learn Every Day, Ozzy will say thank you, and then that's it. 25-minute mile, no. My first mile that I timed, having never really done it before, but just being interested in running, was I think 12 minutes? I think 12 minutes and like 12 minutes and 15 seconds or somewhere around there. I'm trying to get right below like 8 minutes, maybe a little faster than that. But I have to work really hard to do that. Tanya says, I do that too. I'll run for like 4 houses and then walk past 4, increase to 7 houses, etc. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing. Wear a lead vest? Whoa. In my opinion, you should be timing yourself just like you should be doing a weekly weigh-in. It helps see your progress over time. But I don't want to time myself every day, right? Like, just like weighing in or something. I feel like I don't want to go, oh no, I actually got slower today, or this, like, I feel like right now I'm at such a basic level of skills, I need to max my skill set, and then as I max my skill set, it'll be more important what increases I've made time-wise. That's just how my brain works. But maybe that's dumb, I don't know. Ditch the whole Ozzy thank you clip, at least for a while, the man just died. Chat, you decide. Ozzy thank you clip on the show. Ozzy saying thank you. Disrespectful or respectful? You be the judge. Is the Ozzy thankful clip that we're playing, or thank you clip, Ozzy thank you clip, Disrespectful or respectful? Ozzy would appreciate it. Yes? Yeah. Oz yes, Oz no works too. If you don't want to write out the whole thing. It's respectful. Keep it. Yeah. Keep it. CJ, do you see how popular your idea is? Two minutes. We're back. Okay, you've spoken. How do you feel? We're in the middle of the show. Did you think it would be like this? It's like the eye of the storm. 90 seconds and we're coming back. I wanted to play that clip that the person sent via email where I got cut off during the last break, but it just was going on too long. I'll try to play it at some point in time. Thanks, thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. Let's start with this. And this. Okay, we're coming back. I said we're coming back. Here we go.
Say the keyword free heart scan and you will be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Like a car crash you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
Viral News headquarters you've been looking for. Learn more about the show. Go over to the website. And I think there's even some secret show subs you can claim while you're there. Go do that right now while you have the opportunity. TheNewsJunkie.com. We've been watching today the Bryan Kohberger stuff, the testimony, the family speaking out. C-Lane said one of the fathers, I believe, of one of the girls that was killed in Idaho by this absolute monster who now doesn't get the death penalty because of the deal he made. Mm-hmm. Another one of these deals. And the father was just letting it rip on this guy in the victim statement. Huh?
Was like, I thought he was going to curse at some point because he kept referring to he didn't know what his boundaries were and, how much he could say before they were just to throw him out of the courtroom. Mm-hmm. But he said, like, I wish I could spend 5 minutes in the woods with you and teach you about loss. Yeah. And he's like, I wouldn't take your life, but stuff like that. And then told him he was, basically told him to go to hell.
Yeah.
Not even basically, literally told him to go to hell.
Did he? Yeah. To his face, it's their opportunity to do this. When you have somebody who's a monster like this Bryan Kohberger guy who killed these co-eds in Idaho, and you have this is the moment that these family members have been thinking about, where they get to say something to the scumbag who did this,
but
in a fit of rage against all of their family members.
But then you still the amount of self-control that some people have not had. I mean, we've seen many victim statements or family of victims that have jumped past the podium and tried to attack the person.
Sure. I don't blame
But
them.
I can't imagine still trying to keep your composure and not want to just absolutely attack the person that did this to
I'm sure
your
they
loved
do.
one.
I also think one word that comes to mind is brave, because no matter what you think, there's a lot of pressure. Everybody is watching. This is being broadcast on all sorts of news platforms all over the world, and a lot of eyeballs, including yours, are on what's going on in this courtroom in that moment. And you think speaking in front of your class was tough? Imagine you have a loved one who's dead and you get the chance to address her murderer and say everything that you've wanted to say. That takes bravery. That is tough to do, and this comes from somebody who talks into a microphone every single day for hours and hours on end. That's a brave thing to do. Who's speaking now at that trial, Celine? Is another family member?
Somebody just finished, and to some light applause, and they're bringing up somebody new.
Interesting. They're letting them applaud, huh? They're letting them kind of react. Okay.
Yeah. The crowd, I guess, audience in the courtroom has been clapping for some of the people. The guy that told him to go to hell, I think, got a little bit more claps than the one that just did. But
as you might imagine.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a quick update on this Jacksonville viral arrest video. I think I've made it very clear where I stand on this. This was the video of this young black dude. He's driving around in his car. He gets pulled over. They say, you didn't have your headlights on in the rain and the fog. He says, it's not raining right now. Why'd you pull me over? He says, let me see your supervisor. And they said, no, get out of the car. And all this is fine. The police are allowed to tell him to get out of the car. He's supposed to get out of the car. He should do that. And then the problem for me comes in. Two things I think happened. One thing, I think a police officer purposely punched him in the face, which is extrajudicial punishment, which is something that should be an instantly fireable and arrestable offense for every police officer that crosses that line. We have a system in the United States, and it is not you in your little suit with your little gun ready to go and put whatever punishment you deem necessary up for grabs for this person. So he punched the guy behind the wheel in Jacksonville in the face after he smashed out the window. I think he did it on purpose. I think he should be punished for that and more. And then I think this whole fairy tale about the knife and him reaching for the knife is a complete lie that was done by all the police officers who have agreed to that and have co-signed it. I don't think anybody in their right mind who is watching this and sees his video of it believes for a second. You may believe it if you watch the body cam footage, which they purposely were trying to hide and alter what was going on in that moment. You may believe, well, we can't see it. Maybe he was grabbing for a knife, and that's why the officer did that.
They are going to show it, though, at the press conference that they fortunately captioned and put the little watermark of the shield on. And then when it came to the actual punch, somehow that footage stopped for a good 2 pregnant seconds. Like, it's all, how stupid do they think the public is at this point?
Real stupid, number one. Number two, they think the police report doesn't say anything about him getting punched. The body cam doesn't show him getting punched. Nobody's going to believe it.
Thank God he filmed it, huh?
He filmed it. You can see him clearly getting punched. It's just clear as day, And I put everything on the line saying, I don't believe this guy was reaching for a knife. I think that was made up ipso facto. How do we justify beating the crap out of him and him needing some stitches in his face? And you can do the bumper sticker slogan, dummy stuff, all you want, FAFO, and, this is what you get. Just listen. Listen to what they're saying was never happened. All of those things. It's a dopey response. You would not think that if it were you or your loved one. You would not think it if it was somebody who, aligned more with your political views, which is just constant in life. But some of you had some good points, which I thought were interesting. Adam emails the show about this Jacksonville arrest that we've been talking about. Took a quick glance, he says. But it seemed like of the 5 cop cars that you could see pull up in the body cam footage, only one of them had their headlights on.
Oh.
Which is kind of interesting considering that's the impetus for the police stop was that it was dangerous outside.
Because I did notice in the body cam footage, like various footage, definitely wasn't currently raining, but the vehicle was wet. So it had rained. And so whether or not you think, what amount of weather constitutes turning on your headlights, I don't know. But the fact that a couple of the cop cars didn't have their headlights on, hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That's why they pulled him over to begin with. It was that, and then they got him with the seatbelt thing. So he says, where's the body cam footage from the cop on the passenger side? It doesn't show anything. It doesn't, it's a terrible miracle.
I wonder if
it doesn't show anything.
Put his seatbelt on after the fact, because he was wearing a seatbelt in his own video, but his own video started in the middle of the interaction.
Right. So who knows?
The headlight thing seems weird, I guess.
And by the way, he could take the L down the line on, well, maybe he should have had his lights on. Maybe he should have listened to the cop. Maybe he should have had his seatbelt on. All of those things he could take the L on, and it still doesn't justify punching him in the face or what they did to him, I believe, when they pulled him out of the car.
I mean, he was being a total dick.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was
should
not being
have got out of the
cooperative.
car.
No.
He did have the knife. The knife was, from what I saw, a decent size. But from his angle, I didn't think it looked like he reached for it. And also, I don't know how the cops saw it, because when they walked over to the vehicle and showed where the knife was, that car was dirty AF. There was crap all over the floor. I was
like underneath all of that crap?
Yeah, empty plastic bottles. It just looked like
unreal.
So
I think it just so happened that the guy had a knife somewhere in his car, and what
it
we
was
have
on the
learned,
floorboard, but below him. It was there where they said it was.
What we have learned, though, I believe, all right, and they may have been right about that, but I don't think they're right about him reaching for it. I think the video proves he was not even in the slightest reaching for any sort of knife or doing anything here. He was actually just kind of offering himself up. He was just like, okay, I'm not going to move much, whatever. But I think we have a new issue. I think we made a step in the positive direction. That step is there are more police officers, sheriff's officers, law enforcement that have body cameras. I think that's good. I think that's an improvement. I think we can't trust what's in police reports all the time. It's good to see the footage. That's great. I think more people now have their own cameras or utilize their phones to record in these situations. I think that's also good. But I think the new unspoken thing is there seem to be a lot of cops who are now fully aware of what happens with their body cams and have gotten better at positioning things, at making sure if they do want to do a little something bad, it doesn't necessarily show up on that body cam.
Okay.
And
well,
in
let's
this case,
go back
if you
to the dash cam that automatically records, wide shot style.
The cop car was behind, and I don't know that you would have got anything on those dash cams. The key thing was him recording this himself. Mm-hmm. That was everything. I don't know that a lot of people would have believed his side of the story if he didn't have his own footage. So are cops purposely now getting better at hiding things? Look, the video footage doesn't show it. Is that what's happening with their body cams? I think so. I believe so, but we'll see what you think. Let us know. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. This story says a Florida sheriff's office has been suspended, though. A sheriff's officer has been suspended. The officer who punched the driver in the face. And they said that a state prosecutor found no misconduct by the officers. Amazing. They have investigated themselves and found that they had done nothing wrong. It is just unbelievable. In a news conference on Monday, the state's attorney's office has determined none of the officers involved violated criminal law, even though the administrative review has yet to be completed. He said one officer, D. Bowers, had been stripped of law enforcement duties pending a review into whether he violated any of the sheriff's office policies, which I think he did, or you need to rewrite your policies. A person must comply with officer's commands, even if that person disagrees with the officer's reasons for the stop. I'll respond to the sheriff, Sheriff Waters, who said that, with even if a person is not responding to your demands, you cannot punch them in the face when they're sitting in their vehicle posing no threat to you. It's just how the American game works, or how it should work, I would hope. Let's talk about this lady.
Okay.
Talk about the crazy lady, all right? We're going to talk about
Chimp
this.
Lady.
Yeah, the Chimp Lady, crazy Chimp Lady from Chimp Crazy, the documentary. She is back in the news. You are going to be so shocked when you see this headline.
Okay.
So shocked. Take a look at this.
Bracing. That's
the courtroom.
Bryan. Yeah.
There it is. Tanya Haddix of Chimp Crazy has been found to be hiding another chimp. The crazy lady who is lying about her chimpanzee that she wasn't supposed to have was found to be hiding yet another chimp. This probably for Netflix's season 2 of Chimp Crazy, if that's where that aired. If not, I apologize.
Who ratted?
HBO. It was HBO docuseries. This says the Missouri woman at the center of the high-profile legal battles and controversies over exotic animal ownership, specifically chimpanzees, appeared in federal court.
Were her legal battles actually high-profile, or did people not know about this until the documentary, the docuseries?
I didn't. I wasn't very aware of this woman's conundrum before the HBO series, but maybe other people were. News Nation local affiliate KTVI has learned authorities found the chimpanzee in the basement of the Sunrise Beach, Missouri home, which Tanya Haddix shares with her husband, Jerry. The chimp was not registered. I am stunned. I am shocked. My mind has been blown. Haddix told the court she was not feeling well. After an episode that sent her to a hospital in Camden County, she was arrested in the hospital and felt well enough to sit through the hearing. She remained silent other than the explanation about her health. She was shackled at her hands and feet. They said she had a chimpanzee. She was not supposed to have it. She had 7 of them at one point in time. One day we might learn that people who are not at established facilities, people who are not caretakers with a proper license and the ability to properly take care of these animals, who hopefully are just rescues and not on display if possible. Maybe one day we'll realize that people shouldn't have chimpanzees, simply put. Tanya Haddix, stop with the chimps.
I kind of want a chimp, though.
You're not allowed to have a chimp, okay? You know how much work a chimp is?
Yeah, I know how much work.
Oh, my God. It must be so much
Just
work.
like
I can't even imagine. Like, maybe more. C-Lane, chimp or baby more work? Which one?
Probably chimp.
I think a chimp might be.
Why are you asking C-Lane as if he's worked with the chimp before?
Well, he has a baby currently. It just seems like it's more close to the situation. Folks, let us know. Animal activists, animal experts, which one's more work, chimp or baby? Let us know. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, jury duty is coming up in a bit. I have the whole lawsuit. France, the government of France, at least the president of France, versus Candace Owens, suing because she keeps saying that the First Lady of France has a penis, that she's a man. And now there's an entire lawsuit. The law, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I just looked. The lawsuit's 219 pages. So it's a whole thing, all right? It's a whole thing. And also, I said Curacao wrong earlier, and I absolutely apologize to the people of Curacao.
What did you say, Curacao?
Curacao, I think is what I said.
I didn't even notice.
I looked down at the last minute. I was just reading off the paper in front of me. That's no excuse. I should have still known it, but I wasn't prepared to say it. Curacao is the name of the place. I apologize. All right, when we come back.
What's the name of that blue liquor?
Is that Curacao too?
Yeah, it's blue Curacao.
That was
from
Curacao?
That was a softball, brother.
That was hypnotic.
I was on edge. I was worried about if it was another twist in things. We're going to take a quick break. We've got a lot of updates to get to next. We'll check back in with Kohberger in the courtroom and see if he's speaking. Is he saying anything? Then we'll get into jury duty. We'll see what's going on there. We'll get to more of this lawsuit. Boy, do we have a lot more to touch on. We're just getting started here, really. Well, not really, but we have a lot left, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Smart-ish, loud, and probably getting fined. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You might run into some weather that'll be affecting your ride this afternoon. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways. It's raining out there. There's a crash on Monroe Road at US 1792. An accident's getting cleared up on the ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Orange Blossom Trail. Keep an eye out for emergency crews on the roadways there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Good news, I-4 drivers. The Darrell Carter Parkway interchange is now open, bringing a new connection to I-4 and helping to ease congestion at nearby interchanges. Learn more at i4beyond.com/Darrell Carter.
In a world where it seems there's a lot of companies you can't trust, in a world where companies want to rip you off and they don't really care about you and your feelings as this is done, or separating you from your money, in a world where so many of these companies are fly-by-night companies that you cannot trust, in a world where you don't want to be hot in your house because your air conditioner doesn't work the way it's supposed to or the way it used to, there's a great company called Mills Air. There's a company that's family owned and operated. There's a company that's locally owned and operated, run by Leon Mills, with the best techs out there who are not going to rip you off, who are not going to surprise you with $4 signs prices. They are going to do what is required to get your air conditioning working the right way. That is Mills Air. So give them a call if you have any problems. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and you could always turn to the experts at Carrier. You could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air as well. Give them a call at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
The 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival is brought to you by Metro. With their new lower prices, the celebration starts way before the festival. Big savings so you can focus on your favorite artist, not your phone bill. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we could preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Summer superhero movies have us psyched. We want to be your superhero and save you from a car you hate. RC Hill to the rescue. This week at RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're having our Super Solution Sale. We're giving you up to $6,000 more for your trade based on the price of the car you pick. Stuck making payments on a car you just don't like? Our Super Solution Specialists help you escape and upgrade. Even if you got to push, pull, or tow it in, we'll give you up to $6,000 more than your car's worth and save you from stress, breakdown.
Hey, hello, nurse. Ricky said, did you know, Sean, that Trump personally asked Candace to stop doing it? Her podcast is a pretty good time. Is that what your words were? Pretty good time? Her podcast is pretty good, and she spoke about it on there. Hard disagree. Candace Owens is a personality that's poisonous. There's a lot of these people. A lot of times you can't necessarily identify them if they are on the same team as you. So you're like, yeah, that person sucks, but they're on my team, so good times. I think she's gross. In all ways. I heard she has a penis. Victor Echo Tango Sierra. Civilians need to start wearing hidden miniature cameras or Oakley Meta glasses. A lot of people are taking to doing that anyhow. 90 seconds and we're back. He declined to make a statement? Son of a bitch. How cowardly. How absolutely cowardly. Does that make you more mad that he's not getting the death penalty? What do you think? Does that make you more mad he's not getting the death penalty?
Kohberger
You should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
I can't think about my Uncle Chris without thinking about the craziest night of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
people are mad about, man. And for once, it's rightfully so. Like this, you start to think about the people and the lives involved, and it becomes a little more anger-inducing. What? I'll tell you in just a moment here.
Oh, the tease.
Join us on the show. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com or email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top of the email. In the Bryan Kohberger case, I guess the judge just gave him the chance with the family there, all these victims of this co-ed murder where he killed his people.
The final statement after all of the victims was actually made by the prosecutor, which I didn't know they did that. But the guy that was looking
like a closing argument again.
It was more of a statement to some of the victims, but also to him, to Bryan Kohberger, and I didn't know that they included people like that in the victim statements, but
really?
He made some points after the families were all finished up.
And then Kohberger decided, or like he was not going to talk. He declined.
Yeah, they have.
Do you have him?
They have.
Let's see the clip.
Mr. Kohberger, you have an opportunity to make a statement if you wish to. I take it you are declining.
I respectfully decline.
Well.
Oh, judge went. Oh.
Said I respectfully decline.
And now the judge is doing his speech.
Does he just
lay the boom on him?
Start.
He
this morning.
He probably still is. I mean, let me hear.
Go back live.
Let me go back live here.
As victims in our legal system, but going forward, I hope that they can shed that label, as it gives too much power to the evil that condemned them to that role.
Sentencing's on the way. Mm-hmm.
They are,
which won't be a shocker,
should be known as survivors, fighters, and foremost as witnesses to the tremendous lives of value and unbounded promise of these 4 young people.
And he sounds like he's upset too.
He is a little.
But those speaking today and those who did not speak,
wavering in his
carry
words.
the same burden, this same loss, now carry forward the memories of these now perpetually young people, these forever children. These survivors carry the responsibility of ensuring that the voices of these children, Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan, are never forgotten, and the positive impacts that they have had on so many lives are never minimized, and that the love they shared, the light that they shined onto others is forever celebrated.
All right, we're going to keep an eye on this when the actual sentence rolls down, but it's not going to be surprising. He's not going to say it was 5 years.
Is there any chance, though, that it could be a harsher sentencing than what was initially?
When I think about that, I go, what could be harsher? He's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. I don't know how you make it harsher. It's just there. You have the choice of somebody spends the rest of their life behind bars or somebody gets the death penalty. Kohberger didn't want the death penalty, so he was like, I'll admit guilt to all of this. He was not going to do that. He was going to fight all these charges. I think it's so clear, absolutely clear he was guilty. The man left behind a sheath for his knife and then realized he wasn't the criminal genius and mastermind that he thought himself to be, and attempted to buy a replacement sheath on Amazon multiple times because he knew the cops would probably ask him about that. And, oh, that's not mine. I've got mine over here. And the case is pretty clear cut that he's guilty. He will spend the rest of his life behind bars. But hearing him in that little wimpy voice, respectfully, I decline.
I could have sworn I heard the judge go, "Oh," unless it was just like an audio glitch.
No, I think it was the judge speaking. The judge
surprised?
I was kind of surprised that the judge led in though with, "I assume you're not going to make a statement."
Right.
Like, why wouldn't the judge just say, "Would you like to make a statement?" I wouldn't serve up the, "I assume you're not going to."
Well, so before he asked Kohberger, he asked the two attorneys on either side of him questions, and I don't know if it was if they have any statement to make or what, but I think he just was going down the line and probably did correctly assume, or maybe was told him ahead of time that he didn't plan on making any statements to the court.
But when he doesn't even speak up, when he doesn't even give any information to these parents that they would like, many of them, for closure, it makes me feel less like the person deserves any kind of break. And that's what this is in his mind, right? It's a break. That's what he wanted. He got scared of being put to death by the state, so he wanted to make a deal. And I don't know. Maybe there would be something to
re-examine what the life sentence is for crimes like this, where it's yes, you are going to spend the rest of your life in jail, but you are also going like this, and this.
I think they should say, I think it would be fair for like a concrete idea. I think it would be fair to say, you want to be spared your life? You want life imprisonment instead of being put to death by the state? You need to have a full confession in front of the parents of the victims. I think that would be better. I think that would make more sense. Well, otherwise, you're just giving him a deal. So what? So we don't have to fight it out in court. You don't have to prove it. He doesn't get something better. Like, there was very little chance he was ever going to get away with this. I just think that the parents must be frustrated to hear that. I'm certainly frustrated to hear. All right, let's work in some of your comments here. And Gregory is chiming in to tipsofthenewsjunkie.com about the Chimp Crazy lady. He says, chimps are easier to raise than babies. Why? Because you don't have to raise them to be a productive member of society.
True.
Who does that anymore, though, Gregory? Have you been to the grocery store? Have you wandered around Earth? There's a lot of parents that just don't seem to be living up to that.
I guess if you really kind of dice it up, you pretty much have to keep a chimp in a cage like the whole time.
What? Mm-hmm. No way. I follow a great account where they have dedicated their entire house to the 7 chimps that they have. Not
Seems
chimps.
Fun,
I'm sorry. Way. It was is it macaques or the ones
how big?
Like Ace Ventura. What kind of
Ace Ventura?
Yeah, that monkey he had.
Oh, it's a smaller monkey, yeah.
Or
maybe a macaque,
Ross
then.
from Friends.
Oh, yeah. With one of the little guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
With big, strong tails. There's an entire account that, like, their whole house, I mean, every inch of it is dedicated to the 8 monkeys that they have.
But flashback to when we met Maddie the lemur, and we were so excited, and it was so cool, and it was so incredible. Then we learned Maddie the lemur's helpers and the whole crew that keeps Maddie the lemur alive.
What's up, Jody?
It's nonstop.
Oh,
she's
okay.
like, you can't, like, for you, it's fun. And you meet the lemur and you're like, whoa, it's jumping around. It's on our microphones. Yay. And then we leave and it's like, okay, we don't have to worry about the lemur anymore. They go, not for us. Doesn't end. Sean emails about the Kohberger impact speech. You got to check this one out. This is from Alvea Goncalves.
Is she the one that lays into him?
I think this must be about a different story. This is not the same courtroom or the same trial or anything. I don't think. Alivea Goncalves, Goncalves. I think this is older or something, but it does say Idaho News, and this is this woman's impact statement.
Oh no,
potentially
she was. Yeah,
she's in this case.
Yes,
I will call you what you are. sociopath, psychopath, murderer. I will ask the questions that reverberate violently in my own head, so loudly that I can't think straight most any day. Some of these might be familiar, so sit up straight when I talk to you.
Oof.
How was your life right before you murdered my sisters? Did you prepare for the crime before leaving your apartment? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling at this time.
Is this a sorority sister?
Why did you choose my sisters? Before making your move, did you approach my sisters? Detail what you were thinking and feeling.
Yeah, she's saying sister, so maybe she's speaking like more in a sorority sense.
It says the sister of Kaylee.
Okay, so she's like related at least to one of them, and I guess she ends with something here.
Before leaving their home, is there anything else you did? How does it feel to know the only thing you failed more miserably at than being a murderer is trying to be a rapper?
Okay. I didn't expect that. The only thing you failed more miserably at than being a murderer is being a rapper. Now, I don't want to actually at all. I don't want to actually in this case. But in the field of being a murderer, he killed multiple people.
Right. He didn't succeed at getting away with it.
Yeah. Maybe that's more of where she's aiming at there. But good for her. Good for her, man. Go at him. Do it.
I forgot about the rap thing.
I don't even know that I knew.
Yeah, I never heard anything of him rapping. And maybe
Yeah, she laid this guy out. She said, "I won't offer you tears. I won't offer you trembling. Disappointments like you feed on fear."
Get him.
There was some other stuff. But
get him. Would anybody care if she just lowered a 9mm and blasted him in the courtroom? I don't think.
I think a lot. Probably.
They would arrest her.
I'm sorry. I'm speaking out of turn.
That would be very terrifying for everyone in the courtroom.
I would allow it.
Honestly, if you're in public and somebody you don't know just holds a gun up in the air, you would be pretty worried at where that gun is going to aim. Unless you were in that room and you weren't Bryan Kohberger.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm good.
I think we're all set here. I'm about to see some crazy S go down.
Everybody else would be running. I'd be like, I'm going to see how this plays out. I'm not leaving my seat right now. She's got a point. I second what she's saying right now. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into jury duty. We'll see what's going on. We got our eyes, obviously, in the courtroom. They're on break right now. They are outside of the courtroom with
outside
the
of the Americans with Disabilities Act County Courthouse.
Not what it is. It's the Ada County Courthouse. It's not Americans with Disabilities Act. I also want to get to this politician police arrest video that the actual incident happened a while ago, but it's going viral at the moment, and it is maybe one of the most insane things I've seen in a while. We'll go through that together. We'll try to work that in maybe next. We'll do that plus your reactions. Coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
Veterans for the Buccaneers, Jaguars, and Dolphins checked into training camp yesterday, and all three Florida NFL teams begin full squad workouts today. At Bucs camp, tackle Tristan Wirfs and receiver Chris Godwin open camp on the PUP list. Meanwhile, there are reports out that Orlando will be getting a relocated UFL team this spring. And baseball, the Marlins survived a shaky night and beat the Padres, and the Rays edged the White Sox. I'm Matt McCoy.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There's the end. Everybody say goodbye to Courtney. Bye-bye. Say bye to Courtney. We loved having you. We enjoyed having you around here. Okay. Good luck in your future endeavors. Peace out. See you later. Kohberger sentenced to 4 life sentences. 4 life sentences. 4 consecutive life sentences for Colbert. Kohberger is barred from contacting the victims' families for 99 years. Sean, this dude is saving the actual story for a book deal in 20 years? Maybe. When he gets bored, when he feels like the attention's died off. If I did it. Curious to see if he does an interview from prison eventually? Maybe. I don't know. Personally, one of the toughest decisions to make would be, on the topic of justice, is would it be justice if somebody has a life sentence, if everyone, including the media, collectively agreed this is the end of his story. This is the end. That means you no longer go do interviews with him. You don't give him attention. You don't make him into some sort of counterculture figure like he already was for a bit. It's the end for him. Stop talking about him. Stop mentioning his name. He essentially dies right now, even though, he goes on to live behind bars for hopefully a long time, and he dies miserable in his cell. I don't know if that would be more justice to say we no longer mention you ever again, or if that would potentially shut out people who didn't get a fair trial, and you say like maybe you need to allow them to do interviews, blah blah blah. It's tough. Media doesn't control that anymore? Well, media never controlled that. Nobody ever controlled that. It's too big of a thing to control. But my view has always been that oxygen feeds a fire. And so I don't want to say these people's names over and over and over if we can stop it. My version of this, which just I think lines up with the truth, and I've seen it played out so many times, is in a way glorifying people like the Columbine shooters. The 2 Columbine shooters have, they killed, X amount of people in that school shooting. But they inspired so many mass shooters after them, it's almost incalculable what their actual death toll was. Why? Because people kept talking about it, young kids who were disturbed, became obsessed with them. They followed in their footsteps. I don't want to fuel the fire. I don't want to give oxygen to the fire. Especially the Boston bomber. No, not him. No, he's sexy on the cover of Rolling Stone. Not him. Not him or Luigi. Don't you understand? Because we don't hate murder that much. If the person is good looking, or left wing, or right wing, or we have all sorts of exceptions. "90 seconds. He'll be lucky if he makes it a year in the slammer. I don't know, big target, yeah, Big target if you want to do it. Luigi is different than the Boston Bomber? Why? Why? Buckle up, folks. I want to take you on a ride here. What?
I think it was that same girl we were just talking about. I just heard the end of her statement, and I don't have time to edit it, but she said, the truth is, if you hadn't attacked them in their sleep like a pedophile, Kaylee would have kicked your fucking ass.
Oh. Oh, let's just say it, though. Let's just say it, you know.
To offer personalized treatment plans to provide the best possible outcomes. Moffitt, a cancer center like no other. Learn more at moffitt.org.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference, who believed in us, challenged us, made learning fun. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Home of the world-famous Game of Magnets. This is the...
That saga on the show and just, I guess, in general. We'll tell you about that here in a moment. Also, jury duty is on the way. Some amazing stories and updates. A video that I think is going to rock everybody a little bit. I can't wait to play this for you. It's recently going viral, and we'll talk about it. But in the Bryan Kohberger case, Idaho college killer Bryan Kohberger has been sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms. Consecutive being the important word there, because I believe they can do concurrent or consecutive. Concurrent means that if you have 4 life terms, they all start at the same time. They can all end at the same time. You could potentially, if you have the possibility of parole, get out. If you have 4 consecutive life terms, that means when one life term ends, you would just go to the next. And also without the possibility of parole, meaning he will be behind bars for the rest of his natural life.
See ya. If
somebody doesn't kill him before that.
Where is he going to be?
I don't know. I don't know where he will be remanded to. The sentence comes nearly 2 years after the brutal murders of 4 University of Idaho students in their off-campus home. And we were playing some of the audio from one of the sisters of the victims that he killed.
Oh, boy.
Even the audio that I played was great. Actually, I'll replay that just to set the scene.
Okay.
Do you have the other part?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Let me replay the part that I had just to set the scene, and then we'll go to Sealand at an update. I wanted people who are just tuning in to get an idea of how this sister was. Olivia Goncalves. She is the sister of one of the people that was killed, and she was just lowering the boom on this Kohberger
We'll
guy.
call you what you are. Sociopath, psychopath, murderer. I will ask the questions that reverberate violently in my own head, so loudly that I can't think straight most any day. Some of these might be familiar, so sit up straight when I talk to you.
There you go.
How was your life right before you murdered my sisters? Did you prepare for the crime before leaving your apartment? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling at this time.
By the way, they're saying Supermax prison in Idaho, at least on chat. That's where they put the lifers in that area, so that's probably where he's heading.
Why did you choose my sisters? Before making your move, did you approach my sisters? Detail what you were thinking and feeling. Before leaving their home, is there anything else you did? How does it feel to know the only thing you failed more miserably at than being a murderer is trying to be a rapper.
All right, so that was the original thing we played where she's just lowering the boom on this Bryan Kohberger murderer guy. And then Sealand said, oh, she ended with
this. Wait, there's more?
This was how she finished her victim statement.
The truth is, the scariest part about you is how painfully average you turned out to be. The truth is, you're as dumb as they come. Stupid, clumsy, slow, sloppy, weak, dirty. Let me be very clear. Don't ever try to convince yourself you mattered just because someone finally said your name out loud. I see through you. You want the truth? Here's the one you'll hate the most. If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, in the middle of the night, like a pedophile, Kaylee would have kicked your ass. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Chills.
Oh,
my gosh.
Damn, man.
I support it.
Yeah.
I support it. There you go. Damn. All right, there you are. Let's get into it. Here we go, friends. Together we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or you go to the website, which is justcallmo.com. Now, here's the thing. You get into an accident, you're not feeling well, you start to feel a little guilty. Oh, well, I'm not a lawsuit-heavy type. Well, what you should do is protect yourself, your family, and your future. Screw the billion-dollar insurance companies. Go after you and your future and what you deserve. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO. Go to justcallmo.com. All right. Courtney says that gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
You know, I agree. It does have that impact, but Courtney gets goosebumps at virtually anything. I told you guys the other day she was singing in the car and she gave herself goosebumps. She's like, ooh.
She probably had a good note.
Gave myself goosebumps. And I was like, you gave yourself goosebumps singing? It was great, though. Good for her. That's bravery. That is bravery that you're hearing there on display for her to do that and to get up and say these things. All right, let's go over to a couple other things here. And then I want to get into this arrest footage that is going viral today. It's a different one. Like, this is why people hate politicians. Wait till you hear this woman who thinks the law does not apply to her, okay? So infuriating. So infuriating. We'll do that in the power hour of the show. Right now, a 20-year-old super speeder was arrested. We got another one of them. Got another one on I-4, Interstate 4. And they said the speeder was caught aggressively weaving through traffic at 135 miles per hour.
Are you kidding me? What are they trying to outdo each other?
The speed limit was 60 miles per hour in the area. Troopers later ID'd the driver as Ian Riviera Marrero. They said he had a handgun loaded with one round in the chamber inside the vehicle. He now faces charges under Florida's super speeder law. Risking your life or somebody else's is never worth it. My God.
So when they pull them over, though, like, are these troopers able to catch up, or law enforcement?
Yeah. The cop vehicles go really fast. I think you said that the other day. The cop cars go very, very fast.
Yeah, but I thought they're not supposed to do chases.
Them, yeah. But if you're in a full stop and you clock someone going 135.
You got to get up and get moving. Yeah.
How?
Well, I don't think that's how it generally goes. I think most, I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay. I think most of these kind of stops, they occur when a police officer is already in motion in their vehicle, because not that many cops stand off the side of the road and put the radar out and do things that way.
You haven't been driving to Maitland lately.
No, is it happening a lot?
I keep seeing them on the road, like right where I'm getting off. They're getting the people, that don't get off. That sounded weird.
What do police officers drive? What is it that is it like uniform? It's pretty uniform, right? Across the country?
Used to be.
It's that Ford.
No, I thought they went Dodge.
As of late, TNJAI, as of the last couple of years, what do most police officers drive, and how fast do those vehicles go? Because they're pretty damn quick. They are pretty fast. People buy them on the auctions and stuff afterwards to soup them up.
Most police officers drive vehicles like the Ford Explorer or Dodge Charger.
I think the Charger
These
is the
patrol
one.
cars can reach speeds between 130 to 150 miles per hour, depending on the model and modification.
And how fast was he going? He was on the high end. Or were they
135?
135. All right, yeah. So I mean, they're fast. They want to get the choppers involved. But this dude is not only doing that; he's driving along, and he's got a gun in his car with a bullet in the chamber. We got bigger problems with this person. Okay, we're gonna work in some of your dispatches when we come back. But maybe more importantly, I want to play you this politician who thinks that the laws do not apply to her. So we'll go over this together. Wait until you hear this. It's going to rock your world a little bit, I think. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas. There's slowdowns on the ramp from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. Delays heading through that amusement park area on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Osceola Parkway. Crews are still on the roadways clearing up that accident on the ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Orange Blossom Trail. The roadways might be wet out there in your area, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Imagine yourself winning $1,000 this summer. Would you do a beach weekend? Upgrade your phone? Commission a custom portrait of yourself? Hey, we're not here to judge. We are here to give you that chance to get $1,000 in your hand. 13 times each weekday. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We are the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a
Folks, Go Mike activate. What song can we end on today? That is the question I have for you. Life in Prison, 18 in Life by Skid Row. 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, and no. That one? No. Who let the dogs out? Bare Naked Ladies? I fought the law. These are good. These are good suggestions. We did Ozzy yesterday. Okay, we did Ozzy yesterday. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. All right, Bare Naked Ladies it is. That's right, everybody. Bare Naked Ladies. Bare Naked Ladies it is. Folsom Prison Blues? Nice. Changes, cover by Youngblood. Abraham Dragonfred says, Sean, can you please update us on the Halloween live events? The Halloween roast, the roast of Sean Wasson, is still on. We are finally putting the T's and I's and dots and crosses. We're signing the contract, or we're getting ready for the contract with the venue. It is a very limited engagement, okay? Very limited engagement. And we will probably be finalizing everything and announcing the ticket sale within the next week, all right? Two minutes. Yes. This video is gonna rock your world, and like the height of privilege for some of these politicians. This woman, magnifique, and it kind of went under the radar, but the video, her arrest video, is just starting to go viral, so it's bringing renewed attention to it, and that I like. Blow your world, rock your mind.
You know I love cooking on my Big Green Egg, and every time I get asked why, I tell you it's because it's an awesome experience, it's impressive, and
tickets will be $299.
if you don't have one,
$299 for tickets. $299.
They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up where they'll teach you the basic to advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg. Follow them on their social medias. Also, check out the website, wassiesmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassie's.
I'm kidding, they're not that much.
On the Big Green Egg. Follow them on their social medias. Also, check out the website, wassiesmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassie's Meat Market.
Protect your home with Eustace Roofing, where quality meets reliability. Prepare for summer storms and save 10% on new roof installs until July 31st. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate. Secure your roof today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is the new.
Are zipped to the left, to the right. You cry a little bit, you laugh a lot, and then if this doesn't send smoke out your ears, I don't know what will. Wait until you hear this. This is one of those things that I saw, and I was like, the world needs to see this, okay? We have all these elected officials who just absolutely think that the laws don't apply to them. They're like, I don't know if you know who I am. And that's what this lady is. This happened a couple of years back, but or last year, at the end of last year, and the video is just now going viral. And this woman, she has somehow remained in office through all of this. Okay,
good.
But the body cam footage of this woman's arrest, which she was arrested for DUI, is so infuriating. And it's like, this is why people hate politicians. This is why people hate politicians.
I feel like every time. Or not every time, but a lot of the times that we have this situation where you go, coming up next, we got a woman in elected office who thinks she's above the law. I'm like, It's got to be a DUI. It's got to be a DUI that she tried to ease her way out.
You know who I am.
You know, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, we've got a Do You Know Who I Am? We have a Do You Know Who I Am in this. This is a woman in Cook County. Big surprise that there would be somebody in Cook County in Illinois who would be corrupt. I can't imagine that the Chicago area would have a corrupt politician. But here we are. And I want you guys to go along with me on this journey. I think the police officer may be one of the most patient men I've heard in my life with a badge. This guy is very, very nice and calm and patient.
Are you all right?
Here he
Do you need
goes.
an ambulance or anything? Do you need an ambulance or anything? Let's walk to your car because I don't want you to get hit by a car, okay?
She's out of the car.
Yeah, I see that's your car. Here, ma'am.
All right, so her car is smashed up against the curb here. And prior to this moment, she ran into multiple cars. All right? She ran into multiple cars. Somebody's been drinking and driving. And she starts off outside of her car, but then she quickly gets inside.
Right over here. Right over here. Right over here. You start off with your driver's license, please? Sure. Why don't you have a seat in your car, man?
All right.
Why don't you have a seat in your car?
She's calling somebody.
Let's start off with your driver's license and your proof of insurance, okay?
She holds her finger up to the police officer.
Or please hold, or middle finger.
No, hold a moment.
Hang on. Just one second.
Hang on.
1 second.
If you don't mind.
I'm on the phone.
She's ringing up her attorney. Okay, she's been pulled over. She's ringing up her attorney.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, he wants a driver's license.
Who's this?
My attorney.
She's trying to hand the phone with the attorney on it to the police officer.
And she's getting
This is
another
my
call.
attorney. He wants to get my driver's license.
Your attorney? All right. You can call him in a little bit because right now everything's recording audio and video, okay? But you're involved in a traffic accident. I'd like to see your driver's license and your proof of insurance.
Ask him.
Ask him.
He's not driving here.
Just hang up, Samantha, and I'll be there. Tell him I'm on my way.
Yes.
He's on his way.
Yes. Let's start off with your driver's license.
All right. This isn't hard, ma'am.
Your phone on speaker. He heard it.
Yeah.
He's on his way.
I don't know if you heard. He's on his way. He's on his way. And so the attorney is involved in this now. And the cop is still being sweet. The cop does not have to wait for your attorney to be on the phone or to be at the scene when you're being questioned about something. That's no. You don't deserve that. You don't have that covered.
I'll wait for him.
I'll wait for him.
But I need to see your driver's license to verify you're okay to be driving. And number 2, your insurance. So you can start the paperwork. There's some damage done to your car.
I'll wait for him.
I'll wait for him.
May I tell you that everything's being audio and videotaped, okay?
I'm just saying I'll wait for my
I'm
friend.
requesting your driver's license and your proof of insurance. I'm sure you can provide me with those 2 things while we're waiting for your attorney to show
I'll
up.
wait for him.
Okay, but we don't have to wait for him. I need to see
to wait for him.
Okay, ma'am.
That's the car. It's very dramatic timing. I need to wait for him.
That's my favorite song, actually. So we're gonna wait until this is over. Thank you.
That's a call coming into the car.
This ain't more complicated than it already is. It's just an accident. I just need to see your driver's license.
I'll wait for him.
Okay, ma'am. Do you want me to handcuff you and arrest you?
No.
Because right now, at this point, you're refusing to provide me any.
I am.
You are. You realize that, right?
Yes. I've been elected official.
Oh, I'm an elected official.
Just a quick little.
Throw that in there. Do you know who I am? I'm an elected official.
I don't want any of this.
Well, ma'am, you're involved in an accident. You've hit several cars.
2.
So, yeah.
Just to be clear,
Actually,
just 2 cars.
I don't know what you deem to be several, sir, but
Yeah, that's a couple.
2 cars.
According to my paperwork.
I only hit 2, just so you know.
So your driver's license so I can start the paperwork.
Pulled out in front of me.
Okay, great. I'll ask you that in a second. But I really need to verify, this is your car?
No, it's my friend's car.
It's your friend's car.
Oh.
Okay. Do you have a valid driver's
great
license?
friend.
I do.
Okay, great.
And I have insurance.
How about an ID?
I do.
Okay, can I see some of those so I can know
I'll wait
who you
for
are?
my attorney.
Okay. I'm just trying to work with you here. But you're not providing me your driver's license and your insurance.
Nope.
Nope. I
That's
won't be
right.
doing that. I've decided I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
I wait for my attorney friend, and you want a couple things? I had a couple cars. Thank you.
I love when people do stuff like this where they go like, I know that you think it's supposed to go this way, but I will be waiting for my attorney. No, we can't wait for your attorney. I'm gonna wait for my attorney, though.
I'm gonna wait. I think wait. Yeah, we'll just wait.
I will be waiting.
Why are we waiting for your attorney for?
This is my friend.
He's my
your
friend.
Okay, but he wasn't here in the car.
No.
Is that him there?
No.
Okay, you want to give him a call?
He's coming.
Okay. You want to give him a call so I can talk to him?
You want to talk?
Yeah.
She's so drunk.
You want to talk to him?
Just for the record, like, this is the level of drunk where I ain't buying your lies. I don't want to hear it. You're definitely, absolutely schnockered. You are drunk, lady. And the rest is lies. And she's going like, okay, I'll get him on the phone.
Hey,
Call the attorney.
Officer wants to talk to you.
Okay. This is Officer Fernandez from the 20th District. How are you? Your client here. Your client here was involved in an accident. How far are you? Hello?
Like 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
I need to see her driver's license and her proof of insurance. And she's understanding that she doesn't have to provide that to me until you arrive. Can you advise your client?
That is not true.
I
would be happy to advise her what the law is.
Okay, please, can you advise her so I could get this paperwork started?
I will.
Great, thank you. Now you listen to him?
Sorry about that. All right, so go ahead. It is by state law. You have to give him your driver's license and your insurance
Great,
information.
that's great advice.
You can then start the paperwork.
All right, so finally now the attorney's like, no, you have to listen to the officer. Give him your license. Then you see what happened to the kid in Jacksonville. Give him your license and your insurance.
Heisenberg just texted me and was like, imagine if the guy in Jacksonville would have did this. And I go, he kind of did. He wasn't waiting for his attorney. He was waiting for their supervisor. But it was like the same situation.
Yeah. I mean, she does have her door open. So there's like one slight difference. And she's an elected official, remember.
That's exactly what you should do. And I'll be there in about 25 minutes.
He says he's on his way.
That's all you're required to do.
Great, thank you. And you said this is not your car, right?
No, it's my friend's
Do you happen to know if he has insurance?
He does.
Can you go look in the glove compartment for me?
Yeah. It's a fancy car.
Yeah, I understand. I just need to look at see if he's got insurance.
And if a camera had a breathalyzer, this thing would go.
I could smell it from here.
Smell-o-vision ain't a thing, but it's wafting through our studio. It's like,
I think it should have been a little switched. Imagine if the guy in the Jacksonville pullover had that wonderful cop with the patience of a damn saint.
He really does seem to be just chill, considering the circumstances.
And that lady's fancy car would have had a window broken.
And her friends show up because she like called everybody. She called everybody on the scene. Hang on, we're rebooting. She called everybody to tell them to get out there. And you got to help me. The cops are coming after me. And eventually, all these friends started to show up on the stream. And then the cop was like, "Where's the attorney? Where's the attorney?" And they dragged this on and on and on. And then she says that she wants the hold on, let me fast forward a little bit because she says she wants the ambulance to arrive. Right?
Tell your attorney, since he's on the phone, are you going to do field sobriety test or no?
No.
Okay. No. Are you being arrested? You say no. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
Oh, they're cuffing her.
Why do you have to arrest her? Because she doesn't refuse. I asked her to do field sobriety test and she refused.
This was a different cop.
Intervening. Yeah,
this was a different cop.
I've been waiting for that.
This is the supervisor who arrived on the scene, and and of course, like the woman's getting in the way. They're like blocking her and stuff. This is infuriating. This is not how this works at all. The cops are trying to be chill.
Smell like alcohol. She's been drinking. So you've been recorded all this time. You've been recorded.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I need my attorney.
You want to do
I
field?
need my attorney.
He's on the phone.
I need me attorney.
They're arresting me.
Okay. I'll be there in 5 minutes. They just would wait
5 minutes
until I get there.
You're not gonna wait. Let's go. You've been transported. She's under arrest right now.
Give her my purse. Take the purse.
Take the purse. Thank you.
So then she has the ambulance come out, taxpayer dollars. She has the fire truck come out because I guess they have to like accompany them or something.
I think the fire truck comes out in the event of an accident.
Does it?
It did when I got in like a tiny accident one time.
she says that once they get there, she was just like kind of using that to stretch things out, I guess. And here's the aftermath.
In Illinois, a local news source reports on some information regarding the incident and how it will impact her political career.
Samantha Steele wasted no time when meeting today with Cook County Democratic Party leaders.
I do wish that no one in this room has to face the public scrutiny that I have had to face.
So you were not drunk.
I was not. No, absolutely not.
The police officer reported an open bottle of red wine.
And the video footage that I saw shows him opening the bottle of red wine. I had gone to lunch, I had a glass of wine, and I wanted to keep the bottle. And so I brought it with me.
Steele says her peripheral vision was impacted by a medical condition.
I was diagnosed with a pituitary tumor. And the medication interfered.
While not present in the body cam footage, the police report notes that at the hospital, Steele made vulgar comments directed towards an officer.
She said to the officer, "Is your penis that small?" And then they ask her about this. They're like, "Did you say this? Did you say this to the officer?" Listen to what she said.
Steele responds to this claim in the news interview.
There is no evidence of that. The language that he used is not the language I would have used.
Steele was originally charged with DUI and another charge that hasn't been publicly disclosed.
Yeah, then she was pushed to resign by all sorts of people. And
but she is going to die on that hill.
She's saying, I hope this never happens to you. This was the latest from a bit ago, a couple of months ago, where they said Cook County job official or a Cook County official tries to distance herself from DUI arrest, eyes assessor job. She wants another job. She wants another elected official job. I
think
guess.
wine rep will be good.
Yeah, right. The case is still pending, and she says, I was not drunk. What do you think, folks? What do you think? Very different treatment from the Jacksonville thing. Her door was open. She's a white lady, if you want to bring that into it. But that is a frustrating one. Let us know what your thoughts are. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, let's work in an email here. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. CN emails the show and says, no, it took me 3 years to find a News Junkie magnet. And I found 2 in one day. 2 weeks after having my magnet, said the News Junkie, and being involved in Game of Magnets, learn more at thenewsjunkie.com, I see somebody taking it. I run out pleading with him not to take it. I told him I would give him another one because I didn't like the design as much. Stay cool, News Junkie, says CN. Well, sorry about your luck. Game of Magnets is pretty brutal like that. It can get that way.
No matter what design you have.
Yeah, like, I got an ugly one. I got an ugly the News Junkie magnet. Let me get you the ugly one.
Which one was it? No,
I don't know. Yeah. Now I want to know what the ugly one was. Which one is it? Is it a Christmas magnet or Sabrina and Celine called it the Boba Fett magnet? They didn't like that one.
I called it the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle magnet. Thank you.
You could see them all. They're over there. Go to the website. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and click on the Game of Magnets section. We'll see what we're talking about over there. All right, join us on the show. Give us your thoughts, as always. How do you do that? Go to the same website, record a video, hopefully a video, or audio dispatch if you're inclined. And you can send us an email if you're shy. If you want to be anonymous, put that up on top. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get more into the follow-up on this lawsuit. The president of France is suing Candace Owens. And I got the lawsuit. This is all over her comments that the First Lady of France is actually a man. But I've got the actual lawsuit, so we'll dig a little deeper. We'll see what's in it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law.
Hey, folks, how are you? How is everybody?
Traffic's starting to pile up in your typical areas. If you're just starting to arrive this afternoon, crews are still off to the shoulder, clearing up that accident on the ramp from.
Thank you for hanging out with us today. We're in a short commercial break, and we'll be back. But I want to say hello to everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us on the stream today. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. It's free to do, and you can keep up with everything happening in the world of viral news every single day, okay?
This report is sponsored by Everdor Garage Door Power Outage. You're still rolling.
Oh, Ryan says, we need a dispatch from whoever received the Skin Bear stickers. So with the Skin Bear story, where somebody made this teddy bear that looked like it was made out of human skin, I made a sticker for the show that has the skin bear on it. And it's coming. But they sent me these other stickers, which are, I have no idea where they're from. I'm assuming the person that was supposed to get these stickers, I'll show you, hang on. These are the ones we got. All right. I was trying to get the Skin Bear stickers, and here's what they sent. Woo! Somebody was trying to get Woo Alligator stickers, and instead they got the Skin Bear, and I got the Woo Alligator stickers. I don't know what to make of that. But they are sending them. I told C-Lane to start working into the This Week in Florida segment. And every time there's an alligator story, just be like, woo! Woo! And then relevant merch. Free. All right, let me check the clock. Not that one. Okay, we're coming back in just a few minutes. How do we feel about how everything went down with the Bryan Kohberger situation? Afterwards, satisfied, yes or no? Yes or no? Satisfied with 4 life sentences. He's not allowed to contact the families for 99 years. And he doesn't have to tell the story of what actually happened. Satisfied, yes or no, Chad? Honestly, he does not deserve life? Oh, do you mean he does not deserve to be alive? I think it should be a thing that if you want to plea down to life in prison for a violent, horrific crime, be it in the Madeline Soto case, where somebody clearly sexually abused a child and then killed that child and doesn't want to die, doesn't want the state to execute them, and wants life in prison instead. Or go over to Idaho with Bryan Kohberger, where he kills these co-eds and kills them in the middle of the night. And then he doesn't want to be put to death by the state of Idaho. And he wants life in prison. I think there should be a stipulation that you must explain to the faces of the victims' families exactly what you did. And you must answer any questions from some allotted period of time. It's crazy to me that you don't have to do that. Like, what is this deal? So we don't kill you, and in exchange, we just don't have to fight out the trial? That's not enough. It's already cost a lot of money in all these cases. 2 minutes and we're coming back live on the show. If you're new around here, this is a syndicated radio show on markets up the East Coast and Florida, New York, mostly. Syndicated in other cities. And also streaming here on YouTube and Twitch. Tanya says 1,000%. Scorpio Lady says, I feel like there's no closure because he didn't say why he did this. Don't the families deserve that, right? Like, that's why I really liked what the sister said. I thought she was great. Barbara on Facebook says, satisfied, I guess. Such a F word. Yes, answer the questions. All the questions from the family would suffice. Weed Consumer says he smirked. He did. And he, in a very soft, some might say effeminate voice, said, when the judge said, do you have anything to say? He said, respectfully, no. Respectfully, no, I have nothing to say. Come on. Did the news junkie cover this? The mom said, You may have received A's as a high school kid and in college, but you're going to get big D's in prison? No. Did she? No. Hang on, I'll try to look it up. Coming back in 30 seconds. She did! Is that true? All right, we're going to play this in 1 second. Hang tight.
The story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit, C-R-E-D-I-T, credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com. This
you had going through the most viral stories of the day. Join us and go on a journey. Each day, this is where we talk about everything happening viral in the world, your Viral News HQ. Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. Damn, C-Lane, I don't know how we missed this.
What?
Have you seen what Kaylee Goncalves' mother said?
No.
Did you see this? Somebody said it during the break, and I thought they were joking. I was like, no, I don't think that would have been said during this court case.
So basically what we're getting here is the entire Goncalves clan has kind of
not pulling punches,
won the day almost.
Yeah,
on
I
this,
think so.
Victim statement.
Here's her mother. This is one of the people killed by Bryan Kohberger. And here's her mother talking to him in court.
Quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, you may have received A's in high school and college, but you're going to be getting big D's in prison.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. I finished it in my head, but it just sounded so much better coming out of her.
I think Weed Consumer was the one who said on YouTube that, hey, did you see that she said this? And I was like, no, but it's real.
Quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, you may have received A's in high school and college, but you're going to be getting big D's in prison.
Jesus, man, there she is. What are you going to say? Like, what do you want? What do you want from them? This is the least they could do. This is the least they could do right here. I don't blame them for a second.
Interesting line.
All right, I got the lawsuit in front of me here. The president of France and the president of France and Brigitte Macron, his wife, are now, as I said, officially suing Candace Owens, podcast host, whatever you want to call her. In March 2024, Candace Owens, a right-wing podcaster, told the world that she would, quote, stake her entire professional reputation on the fact that Brigitte Macron, the first lady of France, is in fact a man. All right? And now if somebody's going to say that, and they say these kind of things to you, and they defame you or your family, you should say, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
All right? Every time they do this, if somebody like lights you up online or calls you, whatever name in the book they want to call you, I stake my entire professional reputation on the fact that blank, all right, present them, challenge accepted.
It would make me want to go after your entire your entire professional reputation. Just like the guy on the plane that we had earlier this week or maybe late last week that said, I can just make one phone call, get 100 guys to surround this plane, I would be like, absolutely. I don't care how late we are. I'm missing a wedding for this. Get your 100 guys. Bring your 100 guys here right now. I want to see them.
Let's go. Let's see what happens. Since then, Owens has used this false statement to promote her independent platform, gain notoriety, and make money. She disregarded all credible evidence, disproving her claim in favor of platforming known conspiracy theorists and proven defamers. And rather than engage with President and Ms. Macron's attempts to set the record straight, Candace Owens mocked them and used them as additional fodder for her frenzied fan base. Now, this is kind of crazy, and Celia pointed this out. You don't often see that a president, or anybody really from another country, is suing a U.S. citizen in court. But that's what's happening.
It has made waves in my own country.
It has. And now they're suing her in Delaware. And it says these claims are demonstrably false. And Candace Owens knew they were false when she published them. That's the important part.
I mean, what was Candace thinking, though? Don't you think she has a little bit?
Clicks.
Sure, but clicks worth...
She was thinking... My gut would tell me that she was thinking... They're not going to fight this because I'm saying that the First Lady of France is a man, and what's she going to do? Is she going to whip it out? They're not going to sue. They'll just ignore this, and I can say whatever I want and rattle the cage. But that's the best time to call somebody out, right? And unless, I mean, in what it was some insane world here, if she was right, then we would learn this. These claims are demonstrably false. Candace Owens knew they were false when she published them, yet she published them anyways. The reason is clear. It's not the pursuit of truth, but the pursuit of fame. After being fired from the Daily Wire, Candace Owens used these demonstrably false claims to promote her independent podcast. Her fan base has grown to a bunch of subscribers. People have talked about the investigation.
Was the Daily Wire firing where she said some anti-Semitic stuff and got into it with Ben Shapiro?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Fire,
Yeah. I believe so. I believe that there was some fighting there over the Jews. And she's not a big fan of Israel. And, of course, Ben Shapiro is a fan of Israel, or defender in many cases. So they had a run in there. And when she went on her own, among the different things she did was she decided to go after the First Lady of France, who already is kind of weird. You don't have to go that hard after a lady who was the president of France. She was his teacher when he was a little kid. When he was a little boy, she was his teacher, and then they ended up dating, and that's weird enough by itself.
Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
Candace Owens published this series and related posts with reckless disregard for the truth. She was repeatedly presented with credible, verifiable evidence disproving her claims. What were they sending Candace Owens behind the scenes?
Someone get a pee pic?
Candace, here it is.
This is my bigot.
Take your claims back, please.
Veget.
Including documentation, public records, and direct outreach from the Macrons. Instead of correcting the record, she doubled down. At the time, Ms. Macron had won French defamation claims against others who pushed the same baseless theories, underscoring both their falsity and defamatory sting. But Candace Owens knew this, yet Owens, fully aware of the truth, has not only declined to retract her statements, but actively expanded on them. She is going to get sunk like a battleship from a first-time player. This is going to... There's
is
something
she gonna
that...
get Alex Jones, though?
Oh, I don't know if she'll get that big of money because people will be less sympathetic in a jury than they would in that case. A little bit less. But I think there is this big divide that people need to become aware of. This is just me being real with you. There is such a big divide of things we say on the internet and things we say in a courtroom. And you might say all sorts of stuff on the internet, but that ain't the courtroom. When the rubber hits the road, you can't just post all sorts of flame war stuff and say whatever you want. You have to follow the rules of the courtroom and the rules of law and justice in the United States of America. It's not a playground. It's not a playground. And
especially when you have a big platform like that.
Yeah.
If it was like a burner account, I don't know if that would...
She's making money, too.
It would take a lot for them to subpoena and get the information of who has that account, because you'll see it all the time on X and Twitter.
You can still do it, and people do it sometimes, but they don't bother as much. For instance, in one case, the H3 podcast, which is hosted by a guy named Ethan Klein, currently he's at
doing
war.
Well these days.
Better than he has ever been. I support him 100%.
Okay.
He is at war currently with a subreddit called H3 Snark. All right. And it's like snark subreddits become a thing where they go after the people who are famous, but they're all, I wouldn't even say just crapping on them. I would say full on bullying and harassing them. That's what a snark subreddit is. They get dedicated
similar
to going
a
after them.
Circle J subreddit?
Kind of. It's a singular topic. So, like, let's say it was the News Junkie Snark. It would be just about the show, all negative, all incredibly bullying, harassing kind of stuff. And he's been subjected to that mostly because he's Jewish. All right. He has like the most
Nothing
nuanced.
to do with what he says.
Do you know anything about this or him or his show or okay? What do you know about it?
I followed him more when he was with Trisha, and this was many years ago when it was funny. But as far as the back and forth, started with what's his name, Hassan something,
right? Sure, Hassan Piker.
And then I became uninterested in the back and forth. But everything that I've seen seems unhinged on both ends.
I think it's unhinged on very much on one end. This guy's thoughts on Palestine, which have come into the equation here, are that he believes there's a genocide going on in Palestine. He supports the Palestinian people. He's like, this is not some crazed take, but people are nut jobs, bloodthirsty nut jobs. And they make it a thing. They dedicate themselves to going after online figures, especially this guy, and for some reason. And he's trying to unmask some of the folks who are on that snark subreddit, which is not easy to do, but you can do it. You can do it if you have legal reasoning as to why you can do it. And in this case, you don't have to unveil anything. We know who it is. We know that the person's doing this from a public platform. We know that the person is making money. It would shock me more than anything if Candace Owens didn't have a monetized YouTube channel, excuse me. I made that sound like an instrument. A monetized YouTube channel.
I thought you were going after like Italian. A YouTube channel.
These lies have caused tremendous damage to the Macrons, they said, and the defendants have subjected them to a campaign of global humiliation. So this is when the real world meets the court world and the judicial system. They are going to sink her battleship. Mark my words. I guarantee you'll have some sort of apology very soon. If you don't, she will be financially ruined. All right? You might not agree with it. You might be a fan of hers or whatever, and that's fine. But I am telling you right now, this is the internet versus the real world. The judicial world is very different, and they are going to win. They are going to win this battle. All right? We'll see what you think as we go to wrap things up. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and, of course, today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1, smell.
Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day because we're expecting more rounds of heavy rainfall. Best chances of rain will take place close to midday and into the afternoon hours. An additional 2 to 4 inches of rainfall will be possible for some isolated areas. Otherwise, we'll begin to dry things out towards the end of this week. And as a result, temperatures will be heating up. Plan for highs this weekend to reach well into the mid-90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Hey, business friends, guess what? That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and small business administration loans. If you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, you are in luck. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Don't leave money on the table. Get that money back in your hands where it belongs. And work with that mortgage guy, Don. If you're looking to buy a business or a franchise, that mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. So get the process started today and get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguy.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguy.com.
Folks, rate the show out of 10, rate the show out of 10. Rate the show out of 10. What an eventful show. We've gone all over the place. I've really enjoyed our time together. I'll be there in a moment. Eight out of 10. We'll take it.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton. Bio analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging. Next, Bio Doctors design
10 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Rocking that 6. 6.9 out of 10 sad stories. It happens. It happens. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Did you write anything for clips, promos, for today?
No.
I need to post something for tomorrow and
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Rapid, remarkable health improvement, short doctorable notes. Visit Viome.com, promo code Thrive. That's VIOME.com, promo code Thrive.
Planning a trip to Orlando? After the rides and roller coasters, keep the fun going at the legendary Cocoa Beach, the closest beach to Orlando. Whether you're surfing the waves, paddling with dolphins, or kayaking alongside gentle manatees, Cocoa Beach is where adventure meets relaxation. So, when you visit Orlando, don't just waves, paddling with dolphins, or kayaking alongside gentle manatees, Cocoa Beach is where adventure meets relaxation. So, when you visit Orlando, don't just stop at the theme parks. Add some sand, surf, and sunshine to your trip to Cocoa Beach on Florida's Space Coast. Visit legendarycocobeach.com today.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included. Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they...
Okay, folks, who's our chatter of the day? I only have 2 minutes. I have to go get Today I Learned, which is printed in another room. Hang tight.
Don't forget to visit Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. Soak up the sun, ride the waves, shop a little, and enjoy Cocoa Beach's legendary laid-back beach vibes. Cocoa Beach is perfect for adventure seekers, families, or a beautiful day with a sunset finish. Vacation mode starts at Cocoa Beach, the perfect stop for your sea voyage.
Okay.
Don't miss the boat. And you can visit today at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
In America, we're free to ride wherever
1 minute.
takes us. That's why we remember those who fought to make this the greatest place.
E-Fresh Rocks, our chatter of the day. Congratulations. They said you couldn't do it, but I knew you could. E-Fresh Rocks, you win.
At SpaceCoastHarley.com. Ride free from sea to shining sea. Space Coast Harley Davidson. Let's ride.
All right, thank you, folks. We're coming back in 30 seconds to wrap up the show for the day.
Let's ride.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats. plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. For a limited time, Wawa's mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of sandwiches and savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Thank you for hanging out with us. What a ride it's been, as always. And this is where everything viral news goes down. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, here we go. Let's get into wrap-up mode here. We got a little bit of time. Okay.
I have a quick update on the Cook County official that got the DUI.
Oh, that lady.
They had to reinstate her driver's license because the cop that pulled her over, the very patient guy, he filled out some paperwork wrong. So
no way.
She's allowed to drive again. She's still charged with DUI, and she still has a bunch of legal trouble ahead of her.
But loophole.
She'll be able to drive to court because
paperwork.
Oh yeah, technicality.
You know, one of the clearest indicators to me, and I see this all the time, of a two-layered system we have. And so often it's attacked on basis of like skin color and stuff like that. But it's so clear to me that the two-layer system of justice that we have in the United States is, are you poor or do you have enough money for an attorney?
Mm-hmm.
And if you are poor, you're this lady, you get a DUI and you're screwed over and you might even lose your job if this goes viral and all these other things happen to you. But if you have money, you could just say, nope, I didn't do anything wrong. They're coming after me. You could just lie, all the way to the end of the hallway. And you can hire an attorney to find like one issue with paperwork and then just continue to fail upward in life. It's not fair for poor people. It truly is not fair for poor people who, when they get in trouble, they just go, I can't fight this out. I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to do this. I don't have the money to hire anybody. And that is a frustration that I can understand. All right. Let's see what we have here on the way out. Somebody says, here's a video of a bald eagle. I'll take it. Hang on. It's going to be, of course, in the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Is this really a bald eagle? It's from Maine Stoner 420.
Hey, Green Bear 420 here. Love the show, great show. Figured I'd send you a video of a bald eagle.
Oh, it is.
Sitting on a train trestle. Just hanging out. I saw his mate flying in the air earlier. I don't know if it's the male or the female, but I thought it was a beautiful sight to see.
You know, you can watch Planet Earth, or you can watch this.
Where is
there
it?
There it is. It's right. It's way over here. On this truss here, this bridge, apparently. That is our eagle. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Flip wants to talk about, I think, the Kohberger case.
I think what they need to allow in courts is without the perpetrator knowing, like in this case, Kohberger or whatever, let this young lady bring in an unloaded gun and let it get checked out by all the police and let her conceal it, make sure she doesn't have any ammunition on her. It could even be a fake gun. But let her bring it in and let her pull it out and point it at him and watch him cower and plead for mercy. That would be awesome.
Well, that is what he was trying to avoid, death, after all, and he got his wish, a life sentence 4 times over. And there you go. All right, that's going to have to do it for today. We don't have any more time. We got to get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. Today I learned one of the creators of this thing right here. It's a cartoon. It's Christian. They're vegetables.
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales. I've never seen a single episode, but I guess this is somehow the theme song. And it's like,
If you like to talk to tomatoes.
there you are. The creator of VeggieTales, the mother of the creator, forbade two things on the show. They said, on VeggieTales, if you're going to be responsible for this, they cannot display Jesus as a vegetable. All right, I get why you might want to do that. And also, the veggies can have no redemptive relationship with God. Those were the two big rules. You got to listen to your mommy when you're making a cartoon like this, I guess.
No redemptive?
No redemptive relationship with God because they're vegetables. That's between God and man or woman, maybe. Today I learned this band right here.
Bare Naked Ladies.
That's right. The Canadian band, the Bare Naked Ladies. They tend to record at least one song every album whilst in the nude. And I guess that keeps them going.
Their name.
They're not really ladies, but Bare Naked Ladies, a Canadian rock band which was formed in 1988. They have been jamming for quite some time, these guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.